Football, and do not adjust your settings here. Yes, it is 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. No, we're not doing a pregame show for 4 hours. We got a double header of NFL action, and we wanted to bring it to you live between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. I'm Donnie Seymour. He's Flash Watson, Junior Brown, and Kyle Purviance. We are ready to rumble. 2 really good games on Monday. I feel blessed. Let's get it on today. Flash, welcome into the show. And you were the man with the plan when you said, let's get this early game on TV at sportsbookview.com. You are the man, Flash.
Especially after the Chiefs got beat last week and the Bills were obviously the young pretenders. So obviously it's put up or shut up for the Bills. And I think the Chiefs come roaring back as well. So, yeah, great game to have early as well. So that means you're not up till 11, 12 o'clock at night worrying about your Tuesday shows.
Yep, Junior Brown, actually, last time we had you on, I believe you sent me a DM that said, I'm on the Kansas City Chiefs, which is the easy victory last time. We'll get to your analysis in just a few moments, but welcome in a Monday Night Football party, Junior. Love to have you right here on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Can you hear me now? I think I forgot to plug in my
There
mic.
we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sound good.
There you go. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited. I'm on the Chiefs again and lost my ass yesterday with the Packers, so looking to bounce back with these Chiefs today because I don't see them losing 2 in a row, although Buffalo can be pretty frisky because I think people are overreacting to what they saw last week.
And Kyle Purviance still drunk last night from the San Francisco 49ers getting a victory that he didn't think they would get. But I told him I thought they would be interesting in that ball game. Nice victory for your 49ers, but we are talking double headers tonight. And those Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills, fantastic game, Kyle. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And I didn't just lose my ass with the Patriots losing yesterday. I lost my dignity as well. So
a lot of screenshots going around. Yeah, a lot of Kermit the Frog screenshots. Yeah,
I enjoyed that quite a bit. But I'm excited for tonight. And it's obvious we got to go over the Bills and the Chiefs, right? Who wants to watch Andy Dalton slop it up in primetime as he always does? So I'm excited that we're covering this game. I feel good for Donnie. He's going to get some sleep tonight. You know,
fantastic. It's fantastic.
It is going to cut in his dinner time though, right? Because don't you eat dinner at like 4 o'clock or something like that?
I'm fasting.
So that's going to cut into his dinner time. But I'm excited tonight, and I think I'm leaning the Chiefs as well. And I have a couple little interesting spots that I saw in terms of prop betting for tonight that I like as well.
Yeah, and we always have some good stuff here. We're going to go over the analysis in just a few moments. As we say, kickoff's about a half hour away. We love to give out prop bets, side bets, and also some live betting in-game. Last time we were on the air with the New Orleans Saints, they were down big. Most of us took those Saints on the plus money line, and we ended up with a nice victory last week. We'll see if we can continue that this weekend. I got a couple prop bets for the first game and the second game, and the best part about it is we're not going to be live for both games, but obviously during the second half of this football game, I expect it to be exciting, but we'll certainly tee you guys up for that later game, the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Currently watching live, just about 150 people watching. Wow. As soon as we click and go live for our Monday Night Football show, we do thank you. And we do a lot of stuff here. Junior does fantastic stuff with the NBA, as well as Flash doing a great stuff with soccer. Both myself and Kyle holding it down here for the NFL. 71,400 people have hit that subscribe button right here to sportsbookview.com on our YouTube channel. If you haven't done so yet, we don't ask for anything. Just hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell on, because when we have a Monday Night Football party at 4:30 p.m. on the East Coast, you'll be able to come in here and say hello in the chat box. The Sports Dog is here. Alex, J Pop, Sharif, Sean, Arthur, One for the Money, Ron Lofton, Gabriel Katz, D Wade, Jason C, Spready Kruger. What a fantastic name. Muhammad Jamba's in here. Deer Scare Slay. Oh, a guy named Junior Brown is actually in here. I don't know if that's a burner account. It's actually Junior here. You know, the same thing with a guy out here. I do see a sports betting with Donnie's in here. Got a lot of burners going on here, so some good action. But let's get through it and break this football game down. I'm going to go last, of course, but Flash, we got your boys on here, the Kansas City Chiefs. We got the Buffalo Bills. We got high-octane offenses here. We have a nice night in Buffalo, and if we set the table, checking out SBRodds.com, I'm looking right now live. About 6 out of every 10 tickets here coming in on the road team with the Chiefs. This line opened 3.5, Flash. I'm now seeing 5.5s across the board. And over-under that opened up near 58, dips down to around 55. What are we looking at, Flash, from a side perspective or a total perspective from you tonight?
Well, I actually got the -3 last Tuesday morning, first thing. So I was happy with that. I'm going to go with halftime, full time with the Chiefs. I'm Chiefs all over, especially with the Bills' inability to look after John Smith last week down the centre of the field. So it's all about Travis Kelce for me tonight. I've gone a little bit wild. I've gone with 2 touchdowns for Travis Kelce at +400. But my big one is halftime, full time at +185. The Chiefs. I think they get in front. And I think that means desperation for the Bills. So for me, it's Chiefs all the way. Totals, I'm not too sure because I don't know how much contribution I'm going to get from the Bills.
Yeah, look, I can't fault anybody for when you take Patrick Mahomes and you take Andy Reid. You know they're going to come prepared in a game. They are the favorites here. The one knock on the Buffalo Bills, which we haven't seen over the past couple of years, is their defense not being able to stop anybody. And if your defense is hemorrhaging, who's the last guy you probably want to see in nice weather? Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and that offense. Junior Brown are going to come to you next year. Kansas City Chiefs, as we said here, Flash set it up, -5.5 for the Chiefs, over under of about 55. And looking towards the Chiefs in this game, how do you think this game will play out spread-wise and also maybe with a total and some game action here, Junior?
I'm actually looking forward to seeing how the Chiefs come out in terms of their game plan. Are they going to try to establish the run to get some play action pass going? Or are they just going to go for the Bills' necks right away? Because we've obviously seen that with the issues at corner, with Levi Wallace being on IR, Tre'Davious White dealing with a back problem. Sure, Tre'Davious White is healthy, but Gordon being a former professional player. Donnie, I know you played some college ball. If your back is hurt, it ain't getting better in 1 week. And if you've got to chase these speedsters for the Kansas City Chiefs all over the field, I just think that plays into the Chiefs' hands, on top of the fact that Tre'Davious White hasn't even really been played up to his standards, even when he's been healthy. So I just think that I'm interested to see, like Flash mentioned, I don't know if the total's worth a look because Buffalo's offense can be hit or miss. But I do think that Kansas City is going to bounce back from what we saw last week. I think that they've only really had one game all season. That was against Baltimore, and they're not in a position where they can take any team lightly, especially not the Buffalo Bills right now, the way they've been looking. So I think that the key for the Bills is, can they get pressure on Mahomes? They've been one of the few teams in the league that's been able to get pressure consistently. So that's really their only shot. They've got to get in his face. If not, I could see the Chiefs winning by, I think 7 is a bit much, but I think that they will cover this spread, which I think close at 5.5. I bet it very early, like Flash did, and I got it at -4.
You know what's interesting here, Kyle, is we take a look at this game because we're trying to analyze and try to get like a previous matchup that makes sense. And I look at the game, which was at the Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams, 35-32. I do think there's going to be points in this game because both teams are playing extremely well on offense. You have two super athletic quarterbacks. So if the pass rush does come, they can elude and take that extra step or two and certainly make some big plays either with their feet or obviously two elite arm talents here. And again, I preface it by saying the one thing that it's so odd because just last year I'm betting team totals for the Buffalo Bills at 15.5 and 16, and now all of a sudden you're seeing these shoot up into the high 20s. It's almost like that light finally went on for Josh Allen at quarterback now that he has the weapons at wide receiver to push it up and down the field. But I am leaning towards the Buffalo Bills, and actually in the pick six contest do have the Buffalo Bills getting the 5.5 points. But I know like one of the things that we laugh at in the chat box is it's going to be like late second quarter. It's going to be like, how did you bet against Patrick Mahomes? I'm going to be like, yeah, damn right. Why did I do that?
Sure, but I'm actually right there with you. I love the Bills plus 5.5. And look, I know the Bills looked terrible on Tuesday night against the Titans. It was a bad game. To me, it was a fluky game. If you think before that game, we're talking Josh Allen, MVP talk, one of the hottest starts they've ever seen, you've ever seen, especially for a Buffalo Bills quarterback, especially since Jim Kelly. I think that game is taking people's attention away from how good Buffalo is, and there's no doubt the defense has underachieved this year. Last year, they were one of the top 3 or 4 secondaries in the entire NFL. Tre'Davious White's a little banged up, still only allowing about 0.21 fantasy points per route ran against. Where they've been really getting burned is, they brought in Josh Norman with the Levi Wallace injury, as Junior talked about. Josh Norman's well past his prime. Then you got Teron Johnson in the slot. One thing to look at, no Sammy Watkins for the Chiefs. You're going to see a lot more Mecole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson, Brian Pringle. stuff like that. I actually think Buffalo covers. I do think the Chiefs win. I don't think you're crazy for saying the Chiefs win. I mean, the Chiefs should be favored in every game that they play this year, and it was great value a few weeks ago when they were the underdog against Baltimore, obviously. One thing I did look at, I was looking at, I'm here on my bookie, and I was looking at these first half winning margins. And tell me if you see something off here, because I thought this was weird, and I went ahead and hedged a few times because I think the value was there. So you get the Chiefs win the first half by 1 to 3 points plus 900, by 4 to 6 points plus 900, by 7 to 9 plus 700, by 13 or more plus 260. So do we think Kansas City's coming out there, and is it more likely that the Chiefs win the first half by single digits or 10 or under, or by 13 or more? I think this is a close first half score, so I went ahead and hedged every single one of those margins between 1 and 10. And if the Chiefs are ahead by anything less than 10, even though I put some money and I'm going to lose a couple of bets, the value I'm getting on the other bets is making me money. I thought that was easy, and I even went ahead and threw one on the Bills to be up close plus 1100. I just found too much value there and found it odd that the book would think it's more likely the Chiefs to be up by 13 or more than by, say, 4 to 9 points.
Yeah, because they're looking at the Buffalo Bills schedule here, obviously beating the Jets, Dolphins, Rams, and the Las Vegas Raiders, and then taking it on the chin 42-16 on a short week, because that also plays into it as well. What you were thinking was going to be a plus for the Buffalo Bills getting the Thursday night home football game against the Kansas City Chiefs now turns into sort of a net negative, because you get the extra day, but also Kansas City played a day before. You played on a Tuesday, so now that quick turnaround. Now, having said that quick turnaround for the Tennessee Titans, they look pretty damn good on offense, but even getting back to the game where the Buffalo Bills played the Tennessee Titans on the road, 42-16. And we do say, the score is high, obviously, with 42 points that the Buffalo Bills gave up, but they only actually gave up 334 yards total in that ball game. So maybe turning the corner, but Junior brought up a really good point. You don't beat Patrick Mahomes by bringing 7 or 8 rushers. You got to get pressure with your front four, and you just live or die with it. You don't want to have a 3-man rush and give them all day. But if you're bringing extra guys, he sees it coming. They make the adjustments, and next thing you know, they're calling screen passes out the wazoo and hitting you deep for like 30, 40-yard plays. And then all of a sudden you get scared to bring pressure. It's a 4-man pass rusher you're going to have to lean on. But yes, a lot of people in the chat box bringing up some really good points. You haven't been able to stop the tight end, and you're not getting a slog at tight end when Kelsey comes to town here. He should be able to do some damage over the middle and get some big plays. Now, for myself, I do have the plus 5.5 for the Buffalo Bills, but I do think there's going to be a lot of big plays in this game. So when I look at my prop bets, the first prop bet I took is Patrick Mahomes' longest completion over 38.5 yards. I also took Josh Allen's longest completion over 40 yards. These guys have electric arms, and they're going to be throwing deep in this game. And if we look at an over-under, 55.5, there are going to be big plays. Both of these teams have explosive wideouts that can get open deep. And also taking Tyreek Hill, longest completion over 24.5. I'll take that as well. They're my 3 prop bets tonight, along with going with the Buffalo Bills. Flash, again, rehash a little bit about some of those prop bets that you're looking at tonight. And it looks like it is slight drizzle, but I'm looking 52 degrees at kickoff, light winds. Shouldn't be any issues here on offense.
No, I mean, it's all about the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think to myself, Travis Kelce, he's probably the best, if not in the top 2 tight ends. The Buffalo Bills struggled last week massively with Jonnu Smith and down the center. Now, the big thing with that is if he's not going to get too long in the pocket, and I'm talking about Mahomes, then he's not going to be able to go wide. He's just going to go straight down the middle. And the thing is with him, the yards after catch. So I've gone with over 75 yards as well. I think that he gets there. I think that they have the big trouble. So at plus 400 for 2 touchdowns, I'm happy with that. But my big one is halftime, full-time, and -3. And I've even had a little hedge at plus 140, but they win by 9.
It's interesting here too, Junior, as I take a look at the game, because, enough banging on the Buffalo Bills and how bad their defense was. It's kind of interesting for the Kansas City Chiefs opening up. 20 points to Houston, 20 points to the Chargers, 20 points to Baltimore, 10 points versus New England. They really had it going, but sort of the bottom fell out when the Las Vegas Raiders come to town with a healthy running back, healthy offensive line, good tight end, and some deep speed here, which has a lot of the Buffalo Bills capabilities, as long as you're willing to take shots. We always laugh at Derek Carr saying, hey, he's a dink and dunk guy. They were able to get down the field on them and put up 40 points in that game. Is that something that you like to see out of Kansas City because now they can shore up that philosophy? Or do you see them getting back to their ways where, hey, if you can expect giving up 20 points in this game, you're going to beat the Buffalo Bills?
I think that actually you just brought up an interesting point because I saw that John Brown is going to be active for this game, so you have to figure, Josh Allen. Do we all agree that these are the two strongest arms in the NFL?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
these are two guys that have absolutely no problems going deep at any point. So the wind is not going to bother any one of these guys. Although Buffalo is one of the you know what? Let me be careful because I was about to sound like I was talking trash about the Bills, but I actually love the Bills. I mentioned to you guys I'm a Cowboys fan by family, not by choice. But by choice, I do support the Bills. I've frozen my ass off in Ralph Wilson Stadium quite a few times, and I have a lot of respect for Bills fans. But I think in this game, first of all, Matt Milano not being around is a huge problem for Buffalo. Yeah. The way that Edmonds has been playing this season, he hasn't been great, and I think Milano would at least give you a little bit of a little bit more confidence going against Kelsey. Kelsey he's not just a great tight end. He's as early as he is in his career, he's a Hall of Fame tight end. He's one of the best tight ends in the last 15, 20 years. And if you don't have adequate personnel to keep up with him, I don't see why Mahomes wouldn't exploit that matchup, which then obviously opens up the deep passing because it's going to suck the safeties in. And I figure we're going to see at least a couple of shots, but I think it's true on both ends. I think that Buffalo has no choice but to take deep shots because if you're going to come into KC and you think that you're going to beat them by scoring less than 25 points, you're very confused. You're going to have to put up points to keep up with these guys, so I don't think they have any choice but to take deep shots.
No, I agree with you on that because, again, we're still talking about getting, mid-50s types of totals, but also you're talking about two electric offenses that can really get after it. Kyle, coming back to you, taking a look at this game, we always like to talk surprises on Sundays before the show. Like, hey, I would be really surprised if the game was 17-14 as opposed to 31-27. What would surprise you in this game? Is this one of those where you just expect Patrick Mahomes to roll up and down the field? Do we still – because I still take things with Josh Allen starts this year with a grain of salt. I look at it and say, how does this offense improve this much just from the maturation of a quarterback that didn't have it all season and added one weapon at wide receiver, and all of a sudden he's, able to go up and down the field? Because we've seen it time and time again with the Buffalo Bills offense. Always the question is, Josh Allen is going to have 3 or 4 deep shots a game where his guy is 5 yards behind the defender and he can't hit those guys. He's now making contact with or making connections with those guys. What would surprise you more in this game? A Patrick Mahomes game under 300 yards or a Josh Allen game under 300 yards? Somebody's going to have to throw a lot to win this football game here.
It would probably be Patrick Mahomes simply because Buffalo is better at stopping the run than Kansas City is. Buffalo is 11th in the league, 12th in the league, giving up about 108 yards rushing per game. When you look at the weakness of the Chiefs, and kind of early on, it's been Charvarius Ward over there on the right side of the defense. He's kind of been vulnerable. So Stephon Diggs could very much have a big impact in this game. But the Chiefs are vulnerable against the run and, a little bit tougher against the pass. Even last year, they were one of the top 5 in terms of fantasy points allowed, total wide receiver receptions, yards. We're in the top 5 in defense allowed. The Bills, even though they've been beat up, have a bad second. The secondary has not played well this year, but they stopped the run more and have been vulnerable against the pass. So I think you see a ton of Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball short passes. You mentioned the Travis Kelce play. The Bills have allowed the 3rd most fantasy points in the league so far through the first 5 weeks of the season to opposing tight ends. Tight ends have absolutely lit them up. Milano being out is another great point. It doesn't make things any easier there. So Travis Kelce should absolutely feast. And when that's happening, that's just going to open up things on the outside. So I think Mahomes throws the ball a lot tonight. They struggle a little bit to run. Might see a little bit of Le'Veon Bell, what they were talking about. I haven't seen any update on that. Maybe you guys have, but they went ahead and put him out. So there you go. And one thing to keep an eye on, TJ Yeldon ruled out. They healthy scratch. Zach Moss is back. So you're going to see sort of this mixed backfield for Buffalo with Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. One of the prop bets I like, Devin Singletary is going to be the passing down back. Over 16.5 receiving yards seems too easy for me.
No, I hear you on that. By the way, guys, if you're just looking at the telecast now, we told Flash not to wash his background in hot water and dry, and looks like he did that. So
folded up and
drunk it.
It's always I will sort that out as well.
By the way, Flash. Hey, Flash, by the way, taking a look at the line in the game. Just yesterday morning, we had 57.5 here at Pinnacle offshore. Now I'm seeing 54.5, so a 3-point move. Is it because, like, hey, if the number's too high and I'm just going to take a roll over here and say I'll just take a shot on the under because it's ridiculously high? Or maybe people are saying, like, oh, my God, it's a little bit of rain. I'm scared of the over-under now and betting it lower. Reason for that, I don't see why it's coming down because, to me, if you get light rain, it goes both ways. You can have a fumble in your own territory. You can have a guy slip and fall down. Usually it's not really the case on turf. But whenever I see 55 degrees, a light drizzle, and no wind, I don't think it affects the game one bit here.
No, but it's the Bills factor. Everything about this total is with the Bills. If they put points on the board, we fly over 55. If the Bills don't come to town, then we go under 55. And also, if the Bills turn up with their D, because we know that on their day, that their D is everything that they build off, and now they've got an arm at quarterback as well. So for me, it's how the Bills turn up today and how they perform, because if they strangle the Chiefs, then it goes under. If they don't put points on the ball, it goes under.
Yeah, and it'll go early. We even saw it last week, in the New Orleans game. Like, hey, nobody's doing anything. And we see in the NFL, fourth quarters absolutely explode. I mean, people were watching games like the Minnesota Vikings and Atlanta Falcons going, I can't even believe I took the over in this game. And they explode in the fourth quarter out of nowhere. It just happens. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens, you watch the first, 40 minutes of that game, like, oh my God, I don't know if the Eagles, forget about scoring a field goal, can even move into the red zone. They dropped 22 in the fourth quarter alone, and there goes up in flames the over bets as well as the under bets, as well as the Baltimore Ravens as a favorite. So we know it can get hairy quick, and also games can really slow down. You saw it last night with the 49ers and the Rams. What did you have at the half? 21-6, and all of a sudden Raheem Mostert goes out of the game, so the 49ers have no offense because Mostert sits out. It's a wild sport in the NFL at times to try to keep track of. But we do see some things in the chat box here, Kyle. Jesse Daly says, hey, Kyle, what's he on so I can bet the opposite? What do you think about that?
Okay, I like that. And I appreciate the kind words. And I think earlier he told me, men want to be me and women want to be with me. So thank you for the kind words earlier, Jesse. But I think the Bills cover the spread. I do think the Chiefs win this game. I think it's a closer game, and I'm not sure it gets to the over. I don't think the weather is going to be a factor. If it's light rain, 50 miles an hour, but with no wind, why in the world would that impact these two great offenses all that much? But I think the Bills cover that 5.5. I do have the Chiefs in the first half up by single digits. I don't think this is a blowout. A blowout would shock me in this game.
It's interesting because we talk about correlation here, and Junior, bringing you in on this. Kansas City, Buffalo, we take a look at the first half 3. I'm always a big proponent of typically if you're going to be winning at the half, there's a really good shot. Obviously, you're going to be winning at the end of the game. To me, I look at this Buffalo game, and if I'm betting the Bills, which I am, I need them to be up at the half. I need them to be within a field goal at the half, because if they're down 7 at the half, Andy Reid goes in, makes some adjustments. Now they're playing with the hammer being Kansas City in the second half. If I believe Buffalo is going to win this football game, I think they need to be up at the half. From your betting perspective, obviously that you have the Chiefs. And, if you're betting full game, what are you trying to say? I have the better team for the full 4 quarters. I'm going to let it play out. But to me, I need my Buffalo Bills to be up at the half in order to have a chance at covering. That's just the way I feel. Looking at the first half alone, you have 27 as the total in this game, -3 for Kansas City. So theoretically, you're looking for them to be up 4 points, which means basically by a touchdown at the half. Do you see them getting a good early start? Because Andy Reid is known for those first 15 scripted plays like we saw Kyle Shanahan last night. He's really good at that.
I think that if you're betting the Bills, which you are, they better be up at the half, because here's the problem that I have with them trailing. Josh Allen, although he's improved, huge fan, he's a turnover machine if you're just looking at his overall career, not talking about this season. And he's shown signs at least once in every game where he just makes a lot of risky throws, risky decisions, runs around, gets stripped, fighting for extra yards. And it's hard to fault the guy because he has the same syndrome, Donnie, that I know you're well aware of since you've been watching football. Quarterbacks with really strong arms, minus, the rare guys like Mahomes and Rodgers who have, elite processors. They just think they can make any throw, and they take risks that they shouldn't take. So I think if Allen is losing in a primetime game, I think that we could see some of his bad tendencies come to the forefront, and that would be very bad if you're a Bills backer, in my opinion.
No, and you're right. And, I grew up my entire life playing the wide receiver position, and I played with guys who had howitzers as arms for arm strength, and I had guys that, what we like to say, threw pillows, even right here in the city of Philadelphia, that big, microcosm between Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, the knock on Wentz, even younger in his career, is, look, we know you have a big-time arm. Sometimes you just got to take something off of it just to make the completion, where Nick Foles throws it up, and it's such an easy catch. You're right, because you see Patrick Mahomes, he can make that feathery pass, that light little slant pass over the middle. But when you take a look at Josh Allen, sometimes it's all fastball all the time. And if you take a little bit of precipitation in the air, sometimes that makes all the difference. Who wants to catch a 90-mile-an-hour fastball when you only needed a 55-mile-an-hour changeup to get it to you for a big gain in this spot? So I do look forward to that as well. Flash, coming back to you here, first half. Yeah. What are we looking at here? Hey, I don't think it's going to be because I love the way Andy Reid scripts plays. I don't think they're going to be holding anything back and saying, hey, you know what? Let's feel this game out. I think it's a go right away. And if you're looking to get the over, you better be at 27 plus points here in the first half to me.
Yeah. And then, you're looking at something like maybe 21-10, 17-14. And then obviously we're looking at over 30. So we're looking at going over all the way. I'm not so sure. I mean, it's all about the Bills. I'm with the Chiefs all the way. I think the Chiefs come out. I just don't know how much the Bills are going to contribute. And then if they get desperate, then you might want to be with the over, because he's either going to execute or he's going to throw picks. So even both of them, they normally go towards points. So for me, I don't like the total at all. I just love Chiefs halftime, full time, and Kelsey to have a great night.
Hey, Kyle, getting back to some points here on the wide receivers where you take a look at who's going to make a big impact. You brought it up already, having Watkins that's going to miss this football game. Not to say he's, as I like to say, the end-all be-all of their offense, but he's a nice key cog in the offense. He's an elite wide receiver, or get paid like an elite wide receiver. Yeah. He can get open and do some damage, and it opens up the field. And, for the deep threats that you have with Tyreek Hill and also Kelsey over the middle, so it opens the door for like Mecole Hardman. Is that going to make a difference in this game tonight? Because also Junior brought up the point, like when you're an all-elite cornerback, the last thing you want to do is it's chase around a little water bug around the field when you're not feeling all that good. And if there is a little bit of rain in the forecast, you tweak that back, you try to come stop, your legs give out, there you go, you're on your ass and your back hurts again. Talk about some of the impacts here that you might be looking at from a wide receiver position, down one guy, even from a DFS standpoint, as that puts the pressure on the other guys that might have a little bit more room to roam.
Well, it actually does. I think it's a great question and a great point. Tre'Davious White is a fantastic shadow corner, no doubt about it, but he's not going to be able to shadow anybody today. If Sammy Watkins was playing this game, you would probably see Tre'Davious White follow Sammy Watkins around the field. Now, when you take a guy like Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill, he's got to guard one of those two guys, and they're both exponentially faster, quicker, smaller, more shifty than Sammy Watkins is. So it's going to be more difficult for him. And those guys, what do? What does Mecole Hardman do when he's on the field? He's not running the 6-yard slant Michael Thomas route. He's running up and down the seams of the field. So it is going to make things hard on him. Maybe they try to hide him on Demarcus Robinson a few times so that they can play double coverage over the top. It's going to put a lot of pressure on that team. So that's why I still think this is a close game throughout. I do think the Chiefs win the ball game, but I think it's more of like a 3 or 4 point game, 31-27, 31-28 type of game that Kansas City wins. I think the Bills cover the spread, but I like the Chiefs being one step ahead the whole game. And then you mentioned Josh Allen, so you've kind of got Andy Reid, who's gotten over that bad clock management, bad late game decision type of stuff that would cost you points, cost you covers, and cost you games at times. Then you've got Josh Allen, who we've seen do some weird things in big games, right? We saw that in the playoffs last year. We sort of saw that in that Rams game where the Rams almost came all the way back and beat them a couple weeks ago, where you're like, man, he just does some weird things sometimes. It doesn't make any sense. All the talent in the world. I feel like this is a close game. I think the Bills cover, but I think the Chiefs win. And I sort of like these smaller numbers there at the half as well. It's catching. And I saw a question they asked what prop I like Devin Singletary over 16.5 receiving yards and Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns. I don't think they're running the ball into the end zone in this game. They're throwing the ball in the end zone. So if you got the Chiefs winning the game and scoring points, Mahomes is throwing more than 2 touchdowns in this game, so I like the over 2.5 touchdowns from Mahomes as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting look here because I'm going to ask you a question in 1 second, but I'm going to piggyback off what we talked about yesterday, Kyle. Remember when we were talking about the Tennessee Titans game and the Houston Texans? Houston had every right to win that game, but when we were talking pregame, we're saying instead of taking the 3 points, you need to create a pathway to victory of why you think Houston's actually going to win the football game if you're going to take it. Because when you're taking a spread under 6, you can't come in there and say, well, they can play close, and I think like at the end of the game it'll be close. You can't do that unless you don't think that team is going to win. You really can't take anything under 6.5. So, Junior, when you talk about these games, Kansas City and Buffalo, yesterday, one game on the show I got my head caved in on was with the Cleveland Browns. Coming into the game, I said, you know what? This is their time. They need to step up. But Baker Mayfield turned into what we all thought he was, being Baker Mayfield. And you say to yourself, when you equate it over to even like a pitching matchup, you take the better pitcher, you know what you're going to get. I have an elite pitcher. He's going to give me elite talent. And that's usually what Ben Roethlisberger gives you. And then here I am betting on, Baker Mayfield, hoping he can keep it together during the game. When I look at this, it's very rare that you see a Patrick Mahomes start in football and you say, boy, he was really bad in this football game. But it's not unreal to say Josh Allen comes in like, hey, he's 15 for 31 and 197 yards and an interception. He looks bad. That could be the case. Taking the Kansas City Chiefs on a week-to-week basis, you know what you're getting at quarterback, and sometimes that's enough for most people, right?
Well, first of all, I don't know about you guys, but I think me personally, every time I'm handicapping a football game, I actually just start off with the very basic principle: which quarterback is the better quarterback?
There you go. Yeah.
My Kansas City pick, which was the same day that I took Green Bay over New Orleans. Usually I spend much more time than I'd care to admit trying to break down these games, but I just looked at both of those games as like, so you're giving me 2 of the best quarterbacks to ever play plus points? Yeah, sure. So just to answer your question, I always start with who's the better quarterback. Obviously, in this case, Mahomes wins that conversation 10 times out of 10, 100 times out of 100, whatever metric you want to use. But I think the variance in Josh Allen's play is what has me afraid of the spread. I can see the Chiefs being up, 10, 13 points. Game doesn't really matter. Buffalo's not going to come back. Well, Josh Allen's never going to stop trying to score touchdowns. He's never going to stop putting his shoulder down and trying to go through 2 defenders when he should probably just slide or go out of bounds. He has a lot of heart, which I think actually is the reason for some of his mistakes, because he just tries to do too much. So for that, with that being said, I think the quarterback play from the Buffalo Bills perspective could actually win them this game. If we see the best version of Josh Allen, the Bills are a live dog now. That's right. That's a completely different conversation. If we get the best version of Josh Allen, the Bills are a live dog.
And he goes over.
Right. Exactly, Flash. But my problem with this game actually is the Bills running game. The Bills running game is god-awful. I've watched every minute of every single Bills game this season. They cannot run the ball. It doesn't seem like they believe in running the ball. Whereas I think a quarterback like Josh Allen needs a running game so much more than a guy like Mahomes, because the play action will open up things that he might not have the processor to read as quickly as Patrick Mahomes. So my key to betting the Chiefs today was, because they're not going to be afraid of Buffalo's run game, it's going to be much more difficult for Josh Allen to come up with those big plays versus what Mahomes can do with the threat of Kelsey that can open up his deep shots.
All right, let's lock it in here. We're going to go around the horn with what your predictions will be and your final analysis. Obviously, you just had the coin toss here. Patrick Mahomes running up and down the sideline. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman taking control here. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills with the 5.5 points. My 3 prop bets tonight in this game: Mahomes, longest pass completion over 38.5. Josh Allen, longest pass completion over 40.5. And also Tyreek Hill's longest catch over 24.5. We'll go right in rotation here. Kyle, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I like Devin Singletary over 2.5 catches. I like the Bills to cover the 5.5 spread. I think it's a 3 or 4 point game tonight, and I also like the over 2.5 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes.
There you go. Flash Watson, give it prop bets and also your sides. Let's do it.
Wow, it'll be half-time by the time I finish these bets. So basically, I've gone half-time, full-time for the Chiefs at plus 185. I've gone Kelsey, 2 touchdowns at plus 400. I've gone with the Chiefs at -3 at minus 110. I've gone with the Chiefs at -8.5 at plus 140. and I've gone with Kelsey over 75 yards completion.
All right, next in line right here, Junior. Give those final analysis to us, prop bets, and also sides that you have as we are ready for kickoff.
Yeah, I'm not a prop guy, but I'm actually going to take Josh Allen over 27.5 yards. I think, like I said, in the fourth quarter, and even just in general, it's not like this Chiefs defense is great at stopping running quarterbacks, although they did shut down Lamar Jackson. I think that was more of a scheme thing designed specifically to shut down that one opponent. I think there's going to be opportunity for Josh Allen to get I think Josh Allen can get 27 yards on one run, honestly. So I'm going with that and just Chiefs -4.
And also the good part about that too, June, is when you take a look at a prop bet for rushing from the quarterback that you don't think is going to win the game, you're not going to run into that, hey, we got 3 straight kneel downs, which he ran for 35 yards, dropped to 32 yards, to 28 yards, to 25.
Donnie, do you want me to tell you? Sorry to interrupt. Donnie, do you want me to tell you when he's kicking off?
I'm ahead of you then on this one.
Yeah, I thought that would be the case on a Monday.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it's on CBS and also Fox, or excuse me, NFL Network and Fox. I believe it's on both of them.
Yeah, I'm on Fox.
Looks like another beautiful day in Buffalo.
That's your normal. That's a suntan day, dude.
Yeah, they got bikinis on.
Man, I mean, the amount of times that I've been in Buffalo literally shaking because my bones are chilly, and I look over the guy next to me and he's wearing shorts and a jersey, and I'm like, what are these people made of in Buffalo? There's some tough SOBs in Buffalo, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's sad to see that stadium empty without those Bills fans there. I'll tell you that right now.
They would be rolling tonight, man. They would be rolling. Actually, are there any fans in Buffalo tonight?
No, I think it's
not even a couple thousand. Damn.
No, it's empty.
I think there's only 9 or 14? 9 of the 14 games yesterday had fans, but and Dallas will tonight. Of course, they'll have the most fans in the league. They'll almost have a packed house.
Well, they'll have them dressed in black and white stripes, wouldn't they?
Dallas, they're just like, yep, come on in. Spit in each other's mouths. Let's rock and roll.
Josh Allen with a bad pass on first down. So 2nd and 10 here, just getting underway.
Yep. I'm excited to live bet this game as well, especially if things start.
It seems a bit heavier than a drizzle, though, this rain, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's raining.
I was worried about that.
That's going to affect the total early on. Because, players are going to struggle to get anywhere.
But these guys are from Buffalo. Like, I live in a town that's like that. It's 9 months of winter, tons of snow and cold,
Well, here's the funny thing. This is as nice as it's like. It's not even going to get much nicer than this moving forward. So
that's correct.
They cannot complain about the weather in Buffalo. That's
so on an athletic type of subject. Isn't it going to be easier? The players that cut and obviously come out of their routes, they're going to slip over. Whereas the player that plays short, and obviously I'm talking through my own pocket here because I want Kelsey going down the middle. It's going to be a lot easier to complete going straight than it is to cuts and things like that.
Yeah, it could be. They always say it favors the wide receiver, right? Because they know exactly where they're going, and the defensive back has to figure out where they're going. So if the wide receiver can make a mental plan, right, and and when I play in the snow, I'm not a super athlete. I'm 38 years old and in horrible shape.
Well, we've just seen it then. That the lads tried to come back for the ball. His back foot has given way.
And he got a blimping.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a good start for Buffalo at all.
That was terrible. That was 2018, Josh.
And that's the play you got to make. John Brown coming back from injury. They're trying to get him going, and he drops it down.
Josh Allen was one Mississippi away from getting strip sack on that play too. There was a guy coming for him right there on his backside. He didn't see him.
Very nice.
Yeah, I fancy we're going to see fumbles, but the ball looks so greasy.
Mahomes and the boys coming out here. We'll see if they get a better offensive. The only good thing about that is when you take a look, like, that's bad for the under, and then you realize they only wasted like 20 seconds before they won it, so it didn't even matter. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Kansas City Chiefs live line now -7. Jeez.
Wow.
After they saw Josh Allen, people were out.
Dang.
The under gone to like 49 or so.
You'll probably see an adjustment. Bashad Breelandback's good for that Chiefs secondary, but Ward has been destroyed on the other side all year. You saw Nelson Aguilar school him last week. Come on. If you're getting beat by Nelson Aguilar, better watch out for Stephon Diggs today.
Well, he's their only outlet.
Yeah, Dawson Knox is out, so they got Tyler Kroft running at tight end. But Yeah, some people saying it could be rain all night long. That's what you worry about.
It's bare. I'm telling you, like if you've ever played football, this is as nice a weather as you could possibly get.
And
if you're on a high
absolute
school
field
field with grass that it rained all night, I would agree. But trust me, this weather has no impact on the over/under whatsoever.
I tend to agree with you on that, honestly. So how about my Steelers yesterday, huh? Talking on a good thing.
God damn, yeah, I got my head caved in on that one, man. You're right.
Man, holy moly. Yeah, I got something. I'm actually glad. Like, I was finding myself, it was weird. I was like just barely over 500 day, and then I had the Rams over the Niners, right? And I love the Niners. And I had said I wanted to jinx the Rams and get my Niners to win on prime. They do this on primetime, primetime games at home, even when they're the lesser team, they win. And lucked that out, but I couldn't decide what I was happier about. Like, oh God, I just got beat up today over the Patriots, even though I didn't even bet that damn game. I didn't even bet the Patriots Broncos, but I was so hell bent on telling people how bad the Broncos were. Man,
now, Kyle, if you were a true tout, you would have said you bet the Patriots, but then in game you hedged out and you actually picked up money. That's
right. That's how you
have to operate.
Yeah. You're right. I should probably hedge that. From now on, I'm going to get those notes before the show so I can.
Yep. Oh, I got out of it live. Yo, you got killed on that. Yeah, but I got out of it live and I actually made money.
Yeah.
No, the one that killed me live was the Giants.
Oh.
It was like,
sorry.
Just couldn't believe that they didn't put them to bed properly.
Hey, I have to get your guys' opinion. What the F is going on with this Eagles spread over the Giants?
Well, I mean, there's nobody available for the Eagles. Yeah, so I mean, it's just like, hey, eventually it's going to catch up to the Birds on offense.
Deshaun Jackson, maybe even Alshon Jeffrey will be back for that game. I know Deshaun Jackson's been already ruled as likely to play.
But what do you like? Those two guys look like they already quit though. So what are you even getting back from those guys?
Yeah, well, you might get that.
Lane Johnson looks like he's not going to give it a go, but you're down roughly
I know Miles Sanders.
I don't know, 15 starters. So eventually, your quarterback is going to get killed at one way or another.
Yeah, but they played Baltimore yesterday, right?
Hey,
Carson Wentz does not quit, and they came back. They had a legit chance to actually tie that game.
Missed a field goal as well.
Yeah, I like the Eagles. I think the Giants are trash cans. I think they're absolutely terrible. So
the Eagles defense will beat up the Giants offense. But Daniel Jones eligible to play on the Eagles.
Daniel Jones is going to turn the ball over all the game long because he's going to have pressure right up in his face. That Philadelphia front seven gets after the quarterback. I don't think Daniel Jones can handle it, even though they're down to especially if Jackson and Jeffrey come back, I might be more nervous because they may not have a whole lot of reps together, in practice. We saw some of that rust for the Patriots yesterday. Maybe that sort of kicks in. But, man, Carson Wentz is the best player on that field in that game. I'm more and more impressed by him. I know he's got 8 interceptions, him and Kirk Cousins or whatever leading the league. But man, that kid does not give up. He gives his team a chance to win every time he plays. The Giants are terrible. They squeaked out a win against Washington and Kyle Allen and J.D. McKissick. Get the hell out of here.
They're all right up until the red zone.
Yeah,
they did really well, and then they kept up whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
That kid for the Eagles, Fulgham, looks like a player though.
He does. He does, man. Like those type of, it's amazing because you get that guy off the street and he outplays guys like JJ Ortega-Whiteside, who's just horrendous. And
he's so bad.
A lot of students.
He plays too much. Why is this guy on the field?
You guys think this second game has there's any value on this over?
Oh yeah,
I think there is value on the over, but I got to see what's their game because they talked a good game, saying, "Oh, Andy Dalton's not going to change much." I mean, Dak Prescott's an elite quarterback in that offense. I just can't say they're not going to miss a beat, which is what you're factoring on with a 55 total.
Everything has to go right for 55, right? So
I'm thinking a lot of Zeke in that game,
So more than a lot.
And Andy Dalton has to play good on primetime. Andy Dalton, this is Andy Dalton's record in primetime. He's played 21 evening games in his career, and these were not untalented Bengals teams. I had a few people tell me, oh, those were bad Bengals. No, oftentimes those Bengals teams were considered the most talented team in the conference, and they were supposed to win their division, and they were supposed to compete, but Andy Dalton can't play when the bright lights are on. He's 6-15 in those 21 games, 26 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, a 78 quarterback rating, as compared to the rest of his career, which is actually very, very good. Andy Dalton is hot garbage on primetime. So will Arizona score points on an awful Dallas defense? absolutely, it's going to be a long night for that Dallas Cowboys defense.
So
I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you can't score 21 points with CD Lamb, Gallup, Austin, I mean, listen, Zeke, then just retire from football. Dallas should should arrive every game with 21 points just already on the board.
That's right.
The problem is they're going to give up like 30 points.
That's right.
So, you know what? So if I could just defend Dalton for 1 second, which is a sentence I probably thought I'd never say. Dak Prescott, in my opinion, gets a lot of sacks that an athletic quarterback should never, ever take. And it's because his eyes are just fixated with downfield. He has no sense of pocket pressure whatsoever, whereas Andy Dalton tends to get rid of the ball a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot faster than Dak. So maybe that can play into Dallas's hands in the sense that, Dallas is known to have a good offensive line. That's past tense. Their offensive line in 2020 it's okay. It's definitely not good. So I think maybe Andy Dalton getting the ball out of his hands a little faster than Dak could help this offense, but again, that remains to be seen.
Wow.
Yeah, Leighton Vander Esch coming back for the Dallas defense, maybe give them a little bit of boost on their end. But I got in the earlier with Dallas getting the 1.5, 2 points. Now they're a favorite across the board, -1s. And again, 53.5 up to 55.5 across the board. So that's where that game sits at now.
Yeah, I'm staying far away from that game because I just really have no idea what's going to happen. Because Kyler Murray, as talented as he is, does not look good. He's suffering from the I'm super talented, so I do too much syndrome, which, he's a young guy, he'll learn, but until I see him play better, I can't trust that team. And I think Chandler Jones is gone.
Yep.
I want no parts of them without Chandler Jones either.
Yeah, well, the good news is it's the Dallas defense, so the guys will just be wide. So when Murray makes one of these bad decision throws, Jordan Lewis in the slot is probably the worst defensive back in the entire NFL, maybe with Pierre Desir from the Jets. There's going to be nobody there. I'm glad Vander Esch is back. We'll see how long he lasts. He doesn't seem like an elite linebacker anymore anyways. I like the Cardinals quite a bit. I feel good about that one. I'm going to turn this up. I'm not going to say too much. I've already said too much about Andy Dalton, so he's going to come out tonight and throw 500 yards and 7 touchdowns. And
somebody will screenshot a picture of you drinking,
Yeah. And then the whole thing will just, blow up in my face. But God, Andy Dalton, I mean, you can see he's just bad in primetime. And it's not like he hasn't had talent. Like with those Bengals teams, he had AJ Green, Marvin Jones. I mean, Tyler Eifert, when he was still like a big time red zone target, he was one of the top tight ends in football at that time. Andy Dalton just sucks in primetime. He's so bad in primetime. If this was on Sunday, I think differently probably.
Did anybody, because the 2 games on yesterday at 4 o'clock were actually turned out to be both disgustingly horrible, boring games. But did anybody watch, because I was watching on both monitors, the New York Jets game yesterday with the Dolphins? Did you guys watch that at all? Or just
I watched the red zone. I did the red zone, so I watched both games at the same time.
Like number one, I'm shocked that Adam Gase isn't fired. But number two, I really thought like Joe Flacco would take the podium and say, "Look, you guys see me out here. I'm stealing money. I don't want to be here. I'm not even running the offense, and all I'm doing out here is throwing the football away. If I hear anybody coming near me." It was one of the most, and I've seen a lot of embarrassing performances in my life in the NFL with quarterbacking and offensive play. Yeah. But that yesterday was one of the worst performances I ever saw. And if you're the other 10 guys on offense, you have to look at that and be like, I don't understand why. I'd rather have a wide receiver start at quarterback and just run read option for the entire game. That was the most embarrassing quarterback performance. I'm talking about, we watched Nate Peterman throw like 5 interceptions out of 6 passes before, but at least he looked like he was trying. Joe Flacco backed up like a high school quarterback the entire game. I couldn't even believe what I was watching. And I thought literally like Roger Goodell was going to send like the police out to arrest him and remove him like at halftime. It was amazing.
He did not complete a pass over 20 yards.
But like the most unbelievable part of like everything, I was like, he wasn't even running the offense. Like if you're a wide receiver or running back, you say like, are you like, what's going on here? Like even at the end of the game, they got into the red zone where they could have scored a touchdown. He threw like 2 balls like that went into the stands when nobody was around him because he just didn't want to get touched by anybody. I'm surprised he's still on a roster at this point.
Yeah, and he didn't complete a pass over 20 yards in the game. And I feel like the ones he attempted, he was It's really difficult to watch him play football. I'll just say that. And you know, as brash as he was about his own abilities a couple of years ago, I don't really feel bad for him at this point because he's
and it was actually shocking. And usually I just laugh at stuff like that, but I almost wanted to do a video today saying I don't even understand why. He should have just got off the plane last night and just went home. Hey, did Joe show up to the facility? No, he actually quit on us already. It's amazing. And you know what the funny part is you come into Buffalo next weekend for the Jets. I guess Adam Gase is still going to be there. Are you going to put Sam Darnold back out there on a team that is basically given up where he can just get his brains beat in? If I'm the Jets, I'm the owner, and I watch that game, I go, you know what? Don't let Joe Flacco quit. Joe's going to start every single game, and we're just going to let them avalanche him until he just leaves. It's amazing to watch.
Well, they might want to increase his trade value because they're going for the number 1 pick. They're tanking for Trevor, so they want to get something back for Sam Darnold. And I'm glad you brought up the Joe Flacco thing. Because if you heard some of the commentary during that game, he found out he was, a couple hundred yards from passing Joe Montana in the all-time passing yards list. So here's what I am advocating for right now. There is no world where Joe Flacco, he actually just passed Johnny Unitas in his.
Yeah, it was like the Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. How dare Emmitt Smith try to pass Barry Sanders?
It pisses me off. So every quarterback who played before 2005 should get 20,000 yards added to their career passing total right now, posthumously from their career, because Joe Flacco should be nowhere near Johnny Unitas or Joe Montana on any list whatsoever. It really pissed me off, but no, he's god awful, and all he needed is get that one touchdown.
Guys, not to interrupt this conversation, I was actually about to interject. Is that PI or what?
That is a horrible pass interference call. It is a horrible pass interference call that will result in a touchdown.
What is he supposed to do there?
Horrendous call. Yeah.
But more importantly, by the way, I love seeing the flea flickers. Anytime there's a flea flicker called, I want good things to happen.
Yeah, you say because as the DFS guy, you're standing up on your seat somebody's going to go deep. That's a horrendous call.
I love flea
and I'm on the Bills. That is an absolutely horrendous call.
But that's one of those plays where Josh Allen's double coverage.
They took it away. They took it away.
Okay.
They picked it up. Good for them.
Oh, good.
Even though I would have liked to seen that. That's
not. It's nice to see him throw it. It's nice to see him throw it because everything else has been really stop-start.
He's obsessed with John Brown tonight too. Good Lord, give it a break, give it a rest. To John Brown, he's not catching the ball.
I just love Josh Allen where he's like, double coverage, whatever.
No problem. Big bubbles, no troubles.
Let's see what we got.
They look like they're bringing quite a few guys on this play. Yep.
Good catch.
And I saw someone say enough on the Andy Dalton thing. Andy Dalton, I know he has a winning record. The point is, in prime time, he is terrible. You need to listen to everything, analyze all the stats. You can pull it up. I told you, 6-15 in 21 games, 78 quarterback rating, nearly 1 interception per game.
I'm shocked since the Bengals played that many times on prime time. What the hell for?
It's 21 games, evening games. Well, they put them on Thursday night quite a bit. Yeah, but those teams were good back then. Those were playoff teams.
Playoffs.
Yeah, no, those Bengals teams were not like trash can going for the number 1 overall pick teams. They were supremely talented teams. A lot of good players. They just underachieved because Andy Dalton and Marvin Lewis could not perform in big moments.
They're too busy trying to injure the Steelers whenever they play them.
That's correct. They're busy paying guys trying to
von Oelhoffen going and they're taking out knees. Yeah,
exactly.
Steelers won a Super Bowl because of Chemo von Oelhoffen.
Yeah, but he took out the Bengals knee, so there's a lot of revenge there.
Carson Palmer's knee. Ugh.
Yeah, that was Chemo. Yep. That was that 2005 wild card game.
That was a really good Cincinnati Bengals team too. That was a shame.
They had a shot. They had a shot.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Yes, they did. And Carson Palmer had enough and retired to get sent to the Raiders. Oh, good Lord. He just didn't like his career.
He was a totally different guy before that knee injury.
Yeah, he was. He was the number 3 quarterback in the league, right? It was, Brady Manning. We were getting into that sort of thing in 2005. And then it was Carson Palmer.
Yeah, it sucks.
It was brutal.
Looks like we've got a third down here for the Bills. Go to live lines here, -5.5 for the Chiefs, over under at 50, and a heavy Chiefs money line here, -205.
Flash,
50 seems too high.
Flash, did you say you took the over in this game?
No. I've just gone half-time, full-time with the Chiefs, and then I've done my props. And obviously, the Chiefs will win by -3 and -8.5. No over.
Yeah,
I would go under. I would go under now. We sit here now.
I'm telling you, I just hedged those Chiefs under double digits to be in the lead at the half. Like, no matter which one of those hits, I quadrupled my money. The value was. I don't understand why everyone thought the Chiefs would be up by 2. Yeah, it was just a mistake by the book. So that's why you go in there and shop them and find those mistakes and
see if you can make this kick. Let's see what it is.
Smash that money. That's how you win money.
6.5.
You know, we're gamblers. That's how you do it, right? That's what I thought. Tyler Bass, not a great kicker. See if you can knock it.
Look at that young Bass boy.
There we go.
Was it gone in, is it?
Are you supposed to say that on TV?
Junior, how many times you see a 48-yarder at Rich Stadium out there, whatever they call it now? How many times? Like, there were games where the field goal I thought was going to fall down. It blew so hard in Buffalo, man.
Yeah, man, that's a rough place to kick field goals, to say the least. It gets ugly out there, seriously. And you know what? I've been to a couple of games where it was snowing so hard, I couldn't even really tell if the field goal was good or not until the reaction from the crowd.
The crowd, yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
That's like a really old stadium, right? They got the steel like benches like you see in the park.
They're the old like the old high school stadium. The last two old like really high school stadiums were Foxborough before they built the Gillette Stadium, and was Buffalo, but Buffalo still has that old school like big college look. Yeah,
love it. I love that.
Tailgating in Buffalo is awesome, honestly.
That sounds like probably the best time of my life.
Well, the first time I ever went to a Bills game, I saw a guy get arrested for being drunk, public drunkenness at like 10:30 a.m.
Was it Gabe? It was Gabe. Yeah.
It was amazing.
He was on his way in.
10:30 a.m. Yeah.
Chiefs update: tackle Mitchell Schwartz is questionable to return with a back injury. He was coming in questionable as is.
Yeah, that's not super surprising.
It's the one injury you don't mess with in any sport. Back. It's the body's stabilizer.
Yep.
And it's horrendous. And the big thing is, 9 times out of 10, you can't really treat a bad back. It's just rest. Leave it alone. You breathe, your back moves. You laugh, your back moves. You just have to just complete rest.
I feel like is that an Alanis Morissette song? You move, you learn, you look. I don't know. Is that showing my age?
Yeah, come on, see that? Jeez. With designing women now, a lot.
I've got Golden Girls up here, right here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Come on.
Shady Grove.
Junior knew what I was talking about. He knew exactly what I was talking about.
Just because I'm Canadian, don't think I know anything about Alanis Morissette, because I don't.
Dave,
I do not.
He only knows Dave Coulier. It's about it.
Dave Coulier and Brian Adams. That's it.
Hey, we always say that to Ian Cameron. Yeah.
Celine Dion.
I always think to that South Park episode. The Canadian government has apologized for Brian Adams on several occasions.
Oh, he was saying some racist stuff the other day, just recently.
Damn it, Brian Adams.
Yeah,
of course he was.
Happens.
Maybe we can get Brian Adams to pop on the show and explain his disgusting racism.
Yeah.
I think he said something about Asians and COVID didn't go over well.
Oh, that's not a good look.
It didn't go over well.
No.
So he double whammied. So he dug himself a hole and then jumped into it as well.
That's it.
You're like that, and yeah, just stop now.
I don't even think anyone asked him the question. That's what made it worse. He just,
He thought it was topical.
He started freestyling in the wrong way.
Yeah, it's bad. You don't want to do that.
Mitchell don't look too good right there.
Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Let's see if this pass rush can get through, because actually, the Chiefs have been bringing pretty good pressure in this game. The Bills haven't been able to do the same yet.
Man, that little kid is fast, and I call him a little kid.
Oh, Allaire? Oh my God! Oh, you're a couple.
You should have a field day today.
Yeah, he's fast.
Oh, they're splashing the pot on us, Junior, all night long. Get used to that.
You said he's fast. You had no idea what we were doing at it. You might have.
I'm still watching the 49ers Rams game, sweating that out, hoping my Niners can hang on.
Yeah. That was a great. I had the over 23.5 last night to get to 21 at the half,
Close.
and then I start watching how the second half's going. So you know me, I take the dog for a long walk and just bring my phone with me that'll update like if something happens. And I kept walking. I'm like, I'm going to walk to Philadelphia from here if this game goes any longer.
My
Good
pocket
Lord.
better vibrate right.
Oh my
leaping
God,
down.
when I was stressing, and then I got home just in time to see that field goal. I'm like, don't do this to me late at night, man. And he made it. Robbie
Luckily,
Gold,
Robbie
baby.
Gold's
Gold.
money. Robbie
He is
Gold
money.
is gold. He's money.
Yeah.
Bears let him go way too. Look at all the problems.
Hey, we don't
Look
want
at
to
the
pay him an
problems.
extra like $500,000. Let's get rid of him and have kicking problems for the next 5 years and lose
look
playoff games because of
good.
it.
Oh my God, man.
I mean, what? You don't love Cairo Santos in Chicago? I'm
You see, like Tucker kick for Baltimore. Like if he just sits out and goes, I want to be paid like a quarterback. Like, wouldn't you? He makes everything easy.
Yeah.
55-yarders. Just you could just cut down the field goal in half and it would still go right down the middle. He's outrageous.
Yep. It's weird to me
All
that
right, teams on the move here.
hire these guys. Like you saw, like, his career long is 51. He probably can't make it from 55. We're going to try, and it ends up short. And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, and like Jacksonville's on like their 9th kicker this year already. Like, dude, find a kicker, man.
Are you telling me there's only 4 people on the planet that can make a 55-yard field goal? I feel like every team has one of those, except for like the 3 worst teams in the league. What the hell
They're
are they
spreading them
doing?
out, aren't they?
It's weird.
I say this to all my
spreading them
friends.
out.
Get your kids a football. Go outside and just have them kick for the next 15 years.
That's it.
Just kick and kick and kick for the next 15 years. You never know where it'll take you.
Like the next superstar looks like Miami's kid, that Borregales kid. That kid is freaking money, man. You can have a 15-year career in the NFL, man. 15 years.
Yep.
Tons of money. 20 years. Look, I mean, Vinatieri was kicking last year at like 64 years old.
Well, the kicker for the Bills.
Or
Did
the
he not do a
Raiders.
75-yarder last week or something?
What's up with the
No.
what's Fat
No.
Boy from the Raiders name? The one that kicked for them. For
Janikowski,
Janikowski,
man.
yeah.
Good Lord.
He was
That
a
guy was
first-round
drunk
pick,
and
though.
kicking bombs.
Yeah,
he was.
the punter for the Bills. He kicks it like 75 yards.
Oh, the punter. Yeah,
Some
no,
of those
those,
punters
I was
can
going to say,
launch, man.
75-yard field goal. What
Yeah.
the hell did I miss?
I know, but listen,
That's a
will
good
come.
fantasy kick.
It will come. I mean, it's still sitting at what, 64 now. Didn't what's his name hit the 64-yard? It was 63 forever, but the guy only had half a foot. Dempsey, the guy who set the record,
Half
years
a
ago.
foot?
Yeah.
Half a foot.
Yeah, Kelsey, beast mode.
Tom Dempsey, I believe is his name. Rick
That's
Dempsey,
easy.
Tom Dempsey kicked for the Saints. He had half a foot.
Steel toe?
Yeah, he had literally his foot was deformed and he had like toenails in the middle of his foot, and that's how he kicked. And he made a 63-yard.
So what's happened there then? Is that good?
Good for Kansas
it's
City.
Good it's good for your prop, right? You need one more touchdown.
There you go, boys. Plus 700 first.
Hey, he's in.
first
Boo
time he
boo.
was.
Boo boo.
Boom.
There you go,
There
baby.
you go, Flash. There you
Come
go.
on.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was going mad because in the first
Oh,
try,
there we go. Yeah, that's great for everything. Plus over 2.5 touchdowns. That's great.
He's
That's what we
definitely
want.
He's
Okay.
definitely-
Yeah, he's good. And I got Travis Kelce in every DraftKings lineup tonight. So thank God for that.
Yeah, I bet you have. I just see him having a field day.
You know,
The
I always
Bills
watch
killed.
these plays too.
Bill's been getting killed by tight ends. Literally the 3rd most fantasy points in the league.
Yeah, especially straight.
And the no Milano play was a great call by Junior too, because he's
Is
Trey
he
Edmonds.
over? Donnie, have you had a closer
What's
look
that?
at this?
I was just going to complain. Like this should be a touchdown, but like overturning these type of plays is ridiculous. Where it's a bang bang play was called a touchdown on the field, and we're going to get out the micro glass to see if we barely got in or not. Like that's a touchdown, man. Just like why would you overturn that?
No.
They didn't, did they?
It's under review, which means now they're taking a look at it, trying to
for
find a way to
Christ's
do it. But that's not really what instant replay is for right there at all. Come on, man.
No,
I just feel like, shouldn't they kind of sync this up with their sponsors and be like, you know what, we're going to be at this for a while. Let's go to a quick commercial and come back.
Yeah.
That's what they did too. Yeah.
Well, I was always a big proponent of like instant replay. I want to get every call right, and especially after Michael.
Well, they want to have a
Crabtree.
little look at some of them PI calls because I'm telling you, some of them are an absolute joke. By the way,
We tried it.
Listen. I know this is a football show, but I have to get Flash's opinion. Flash was
VAR.
Was Sadio Mane offside?
oh, don't please, Junie.
Oh,
Did
here
you
we
watch
go.
that show,
That cost me so much money.
Junior?
Oh
Why have
my!
you done this?
Okay,
My-
I'm sorry. I forget I said anything. I'm sorry.
I want to hear it.
I just want to know if someone else felt my pain because I was celebrating, jumping. I punched the wall by accident because I was swinging my arm.
My banker last week was Liverpool to win and both teams to score at plus 210.
Oh my God!
And then I don't mind telling anyone, when the goal went in, I got up, walked outside, and I didn't know that it wasn't 3-2. I didn't know. I came back in and it was like 2-2, and I'm like, what? I was like banging the telly, like expecting it to flick over.
This doesn't happen.
What's going on? And when I saw the VAR, it goes against everything. His arm was offside. He doesn't score with his arm. He's not allowed to score with his arm, so it doesn't matter. It's just, please, you've just like brought back my pain, Junior.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
He's really upset.
So of course, it was like the first game. I got up at 5:30 in the morning to watch it, and I missed the VAR. I missed it because I thought it was a goal.
I actually didn't even make a play for the rest of the day just because of that. I was just like,
well, you did great. You did great because Barcelona got beat, Real Madrid got beat. It was like we always say, be careful in soccer on the back end of an international break or just before the Champions League starts. And yet we say this for like last 5-10 years. And for some reason, after the events of the weekend, we end up saying it again. And yet we didn't heed our own advice again. It's crazy. There's so many upsets like a week before and the week after.
Yeah, see, betting is so cynical now. I'm the same way. Like I take totals in the NFL all the time, and as soon as they score, I just stare at the screen. I don't even cheer for a good 10 seconds until they start lining up for the extra point. I'm waiting for the flag to come in to just like ruin it for me. That's just where I am.
Penalty flags have probably cost me my retirement. Honest to God, I'm not even joking. Like it's the most ridiculous thing. I used to want instant replay and want them to get it right. Now I'm like, just please get the oldest guy who can't see anything. Let him like randomly throw 3 flags a game. Let's get rid of all the nonsense. I just want the damn points. I scream at the TV. I mean, I think horrible things about professional officials, and especially the NBA and the NFL, that you should never think about anybody. Scott Foster is probably my least favorite person in the entire planet.
Honestly, the NBA has to sort that out because at least in the NFL, it's like it's a stop-start sport. So when you stop, you're like, okay, well, this is not different. But in the NBA, when you stop for like 5 minutes straight, for no reason, and now you're just standing around, and then the sweat gets cold. You know what I mean? It's just bad. It's bad.
They're trying to kill me. NFL officials are trying to kill. I can't tell you how many times. Like it was Tyreek Hill against the Raiders last week. First drive.
Oh my God, dude!
Mahomes hits Tyreek Hill. I have Mahomes.
Amazing catch, by the way.
Amazing catch. Clear touchdown. It harkened me back to the 1992 NFC Championship game when they called a BS holding call on Guy McIntyre that took away a Jerry Rice touchdown from Steve Young. We would have won the Super Bowl that year. That Cowboys dynasty never would have existed. Absolute bunch of bullshit.
Slow down.
And then that's what happened last week with Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. I was mad for 45. Like my son woke up, it's like, I don't know, 10:20 in the morning here on the West Coast. And he's like, Dad, it's Sunday. What's the problem? And I'm like, Clete Blakeman. I want Clete Blakeman to die. I'm spitting venom everywhere. It was awful. These officials need to go. All technology. Go all technology from now on. Get robots.
I used to love the even back with the 49ers when they had that dynasty. Every time they got into the playoffs, I guess the weather switches out in San Francisco. And why was that turf underwater every single time? They had to reside it 75 times at Candlestick. They had to bring in that George Tuma guy or whatever his name was to actually come in and fix the side every week. They would walk in between, fix the divots. He would walk around. Oh, my God, it was amazing. That was that first game, too. They had a huge issue with the side in that 92 championship game.
Isn't it funny? We're all old enough to remember watching the Raiders, the Niners with a baseball diamond, just like randomly.
The Dolphins,
the Dolphins. What the hell?
I always knew we were going to win when that happened. When we had the baseball diamond out, the other team came into the stadium and was like, what the hell am I supposed to do in the middle?
Even betting it, how many times did you bet a Raiders game where you had a total or your field goal kicker lines up in the dirt and you're like, oh, I know how this is going. 47-yarder wide left. You're like, he's kicking off the dirt. Oh,
yeah, he's kicking from short. He's literally kicking from short.
Are you boys able to hear the thunder my end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh? Right above me.
I wish I was in Costa Rica for that. That sounds like a lot of fun. You go have some margaritas on the beach, right? Enjoy
Well, Flash, you're about one month away from summer, right? So you're almost
ready.
there.
It's clearing through. It's great as well because I live right in the valley now, and we used to have the top floor apartment, and it's great. And I love this. I used to sit out on the balcony and I'd watch the clouds come in from the Pacific, and the clouds come in from the Caribbean. And then they went, and they'd like spin, and I'd be watching the wind going that way, and it was just great. Some of the best thunder, lightning, storms. It was just great, and I love the rain. Obviously, coming from England.
Where are you at in Santa Ana?
I was in Santa Ana. Yeah. I just moved like last week to Lindora.
Okay, it's still kind of almost in Santa Ana.
Oh yes, it is. It is. It's like less than a mile.
Santa Ana is goddamn one of the hottest places
it's gorgeous.
you could ever want to be. It's ridiculous.
Now, Flash, did you move because of the child kidnappings that you and Kelsey were a part of?
Funny you should say that. I've managed to. They said to me, it's like 4-bed, 5-bath, but it's got 3 cellars.
Holy.
So I was like, yeah, forget the baths. How many cellars has it got? How many kids can I get in there?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there's a high premium on them right now. God,
exactly.
we're all
and you got to separate them as well. You know, the new legislation, you can't keep them in the same room.
Yeah. I mean, there you go.
You got to give them their own room. You can't have two. You got to have a boy and a girl in the same cellar. So we got to have social. Plus, you got to have social distancing and social groups. You know, you got to make sure it's kosher. Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Bills look like at the end of the first quarter here, second and about 6-7-3. So
I'm liking this single-digit game. If this is a single-digit game going into the half, no matter which side, I won money. I'm excited. That's how
quarterback run props looking good.
Yeah, my boy might already have like 20 yards. I think.
Yeah. I think that both running backs go over now. I mean, I think that was very early on.
Running it well. All right, what do we got? Live lines here: 6.5, 53, and 205 on the line. I got to tell you, I'm
53.
Yeah, 53.
Wow. Really?
That's another under.
Come on, flash it over, guy. Damn it.
We did really well last week because we picked the Saints at plus 125.
We killed it.
We went over 45. We called the overtime at 27.
Kickers props were money last week. It was all
it was just great.
Yep.
Let's talk a little. What about this? What about the second game tonight? Since we got a commercial break here, Dallas Cowboys lining up -1, 55.5, -114. Anybody got any? I have a couple prop bets. Anybody have any prop bets for the second game tonight?
No, I just went straight to the cards. I went straight to the cards.
Let me pull this up because I forgot what the hell it was, but I like a whole lot of the Arizona props, but I got to pull it up because I just switched back.
I got 3 of them. Zeke props, didn't you?
Zeke's probably. I have one of my props. Flash Zeke yards receiving over 28.5. I think he's going to get a lot of dump downs from Dalton. Dan Arnold, the tight end for Arizona, longest catch 9.5 yards. That's one dump off over the middle, and also Dalton Schultz, me and Kyle's boy, over 30.5 receiving yards. I think he gets that too.
What about the sack prop? We've not really spoke about the sack prop this year, and yet we cashed most times last year.
I don't take a look that much at defensive props. I'm not. Yeah. I don't have a good eye for like, oh, this guy's going to get 3.5 tackles. I just don't have that.
I mean, if you had Calais Campbell yesterday, you were laughing your ass off. I can tell you that. Oh my God!
Beastly. He got sacks even after the ball was like on flagged plays. He was scary. He was horrible.
I mean, wow.
Oh boy.
To play in the league that long, to be that size, like, because even like when you talk about the NBA guys, like the big, heavy, like centers, like you only have a certain amount of time before your legs and your knees just give out. And you were talking about a physical sport. He looks as good now than he does like when he was a rookie or at Miami. He's amazing, man.
Yeah, it almost doesn't even make sense.
Have you ever heard him laugh? He sounds like a Disney cartoon villain when he laughs.
He's an awesome dude too. Like all the stuff. You're right. He's a great dude all the way around.
I love Calais Campbell. I do think at least 21.5 carries for Zeke Elliott. I do think they rely on the running game a little bit. The strength of that Cardinals defense this year, especially now with Chandler Jones out, that secondary Peterson, and I'm remembering I'm forgetting the slot guy's name, Byron Murphy. etc. They're actually pretty good in that secondary for Arizona. I think they rely on Zeke a little more, try not to overexpose a terrible quarterback in primetime in Andy Dalton. So I think Zeke Elliott carries the ball over 21.5 times tonight.
I am praying Dalton goes over 300 yards in this
Oh,
game.
he's going to, because I've talked so much crap tonight. I'm going to look like an asshole. 100% lock it down. Lock it in. I'm going to have to shut down.
It's him and Kirk Cousins. I mean, who's got the worst record on primetime?
Well, I know Dalton's 6-15 in 21 games. I haven't looked up.
I think Kirk Cousins would love to have 6.
Let me look up Kirk. Kirk Cousins crapped in my apple pie yesterday. Had a very nice parlay going on, and what an embarrassment the Minnesota Vikings are.
I'll tell you what, I said to 2 or 3 people, and how often do we actually do this? Because we had taken so much information, and we talked to so many people, and we tried to give advice. I told everybody that Detroit, the Lions, were my absolute moral of morals this weekend.
Yeah.
And I ended up betting the Giants. You know what I mean? And I was cruising.
Washington did you dirty too, Flash, going for the 2-point conversion. At least you could have stole it or picked up the win in OT. That was
everything went wrong. It was crazy.
Man.
But I got into the red zone about 6 times and come away with Jack. It was like, what's going on here?
Oh, you know what he's doing. He doesn't feel right if he doesn't take deep shots.
Yeah. He almost he almost hit his head on the goalpost on that one.
Oh, I love Troy Aikman said that yesterday in that game. Hey, if I think Aaron Rodgers missed a pass over the middle to his tight end, he was going to score a touchdown. It was one of those early throws right after the pick. And Troy Aikman says, if he catches that, he smacks his head on the goalpost.
By the way, that's PI. Did you see it?
Right at the end.
He grabbed his arm before the ball got there. It's really close. So it's that we have the luxury of obviously instant replay, but
sure.
What do you have that rushing total at for Allen?
23. It's 23. No, sorry, 27.5.
Does that mean we're going to get a rush here from Allen?
I don't know.
You're so predictable, you are, Donnie. You are so predictable.
He is.
No, he is pissing on my pot. He is absolutely going mad.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to go and take my dirty fruit downstairs. So you want to get rid of it?
There you go, bananas.
Yes, no bananas. No bananas.
Yeah, let me take you out of this, Flash. There you go.
Excellent. You take.
I'm trying not to break the seal here, because once I use the restroom once, it's over. It's done.
It's a wrap.
Nah,
yeah, Josh Allen's got 30 on the ground in this game.
Yep. So that's that.
I mean, he's gonna run. He is like sort of baby Lamar. Kyler Murray, Lamar Jack. Josh Allen runs the ball a lot, and they do designed runs in the red zone too. I always loved Josh Allen in DFS.
Even last year, man, when those design runs for him were also that was like their offense. And now at least he has some other shit to do. Yeah.
I just wish he would protect himself more, though.
Yeah, no, he needs to. He absolutely needs to.
Well, he has the mentality of he's a fullback running in the middle. I'll take you on, and I'm not getting down. Yeah.
So here's Kirk Cousins primetime games. These are considered late games, so games after the afternoon time slot. So these are Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Kirk Cousins 7-16, so he's got 2 more wins and 2 more games. A 98 quarterback rating, 42 touchdowns, and 19 interceptions. So think about that. As bad as we all know Kirk Cousins is in primetime, right? Andy Dalton has 2 fewer wins, 16 fewer touchdowns, and only 3 fewer interceptions. That's how bleeping bad Andy Dalton is.
But his team stunk, though, offensive-wise compared to this, though. He could throw for 350 and they get beat tonight.
So you're telling me those Kirk Cousins Washington offensive teams were better than the Bengals offenses? No way. No. Andy Dalton was the favorite in the AFC plenty of times. There was plenty of times I can remember where they're like, hey, this team's the most talented team. They're 5-1. They're 6-1. They're finally going to get their first playoff win. They get to the first playoff game. They get spanked. No way. Those Washington teams for Kirk Cousins were way, way worse. And these Vikings teams – so I'm just saying. So Kirk Cousins did more with less than Andy Dalton did, for Christ's sake, with more, in my opinion.
So who do you think is a better quarterback, Andy Dalton or Kirk Cousins?
Andy Dalton.
Not
Kirk
now, though.
Garbage.
I would take Kirk Cousins now over Andy Dalton. Maybe Kirk not Cousins 5 years ago.
Well, no, but I'm just saying for their careers overall, I mean, they're pretty equal. They're both mediocre, or above. Slightly above average quarterbacks who made too much money. who have cost their teams too many games, who will never win a Super Bowl. That's Andy Dalton and Kirk Cousins.
So I'm going to defend Kirk Cousins now.
Oh, boy.
Playing devil's advocate.
Yes, devil's advocate. You like that? Yes.
Yeah.
So Kirk Cousins at his best was what, like the 15th best quarterback in the NFL? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So those are the guys that fool GMs more than any quarterback,
yes,
in the league. Unless he, like, for example, if Kirk Cousins does exactly what he was doing, but played for Jacksonville, he doesn't get the monster deal. But because he plays in the NFC East, which is, for better or for worse, the glamour division of the NFL. At least when I say glamour division, major media markets,
of course,
the Giants and the Eagles are absolute trash, and they're not going to move that game. They're going to play that game because a lot of people are still going to watch that game, right? I just think that Cousins was in one of those situations where the Redskins were like, if we don't pay this guy, are we going to be able to find another guy as good as this in the draft? Probably not. So let's just roll the dice and pay him, and obviously.
Well, they didn't. They sent him to Minnesota because they're like, no, he's not good.
Well, they were franchise tagging him up, and then they're saying, pretty soon this is going to be like a $40 million quarterback.
That's because they're killing themselves by going 8-8 with Kirk Cousins. So then they're in the middle of the first round and can't draft one of those. Well, in their eyes, the top guys. Of course, we've seen Patrick Mahomes going the second round. Imagine.
Hey, that brings me to an argument that I was having with one of my friends this weekend watching Clemson. If the Jets get the first overall pick and I'm Trevor Lawrence, I play my senior year.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, you hold out.
No doubt about it.
I'm not coming out to play for these bums at all.
Stephon Diggs, they're the Buffalo Bills first and goal.
Charvarius Ward. What did I tell you? Charvarius Ward has struggled this year in man-to-man coverage, giving up 0.53 fantasy points per route ran against on
0.58.
0.53, over half a point. So every route he runs, he gets at least a half a fantasy point, his opponent, and he's being targeted on 26% of his defensive routes. They're picking on Charvarius Ward this year, so Stephon Diggs is going to be a big part of this game for Buffalo.
Catch. That is a hell of a catch when you guys see this on replay.
Oh, yeah, Stephon Diggs touchdown. There we go.
What a catch. That's elite, man.
I think Minnesota underestimated how much Diggs opens up things for Thielen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Jefferson's been awesome.
He got me 43 fantasy points yesterday. He got me. He got me into the commas yesterday.
Kid from LSU, yeah, man.
He looks like something special.
Yeah, and we were bagging.
That was the pick for that. Yeah, that was the pick for the Eagles. What the? Did that hit the camera?
Yeah, I think it did, right? Because it just stopped and went straight down.
Like a vortex.
Hey, that weather is starting to it's foggy in the gameplay, right? Like
I'm telling you, as long as it isn't windy, there's no pass rush now on this. So these two quarterbacks can get mobile and do whatever. You can see they're doing whatever they want. Just a matter of who's going to catch the ball.
Yeah, I like how all this is going, honestly. And if Buffalo's up
Bills, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Look at us. We're getting hammered all day taking the Bills. I think
I just need some long passes now.
I don't mind the Chiefs winning. I actually want the Chiefs to be ahead. So I need the Bills to be ahead between 1 and 4 points, and that's plus 1,100. And then 3 to 6 and 6 to 9 for the Chiefs is plus 900 each of those. So I win money if any of those happen. The Chiefs are up by single digits or the Bills up close. I win money no matter what. So I just hedged the hell out of it because the value was too high. They made a mistake at the book. They made a huge mistake at the book and made over 13 for the Chiefs, 4 times less valuable than a single digit lead for the Chiefs. I think that's a mistake.
Flash, we're getting points over here, Flash.
Yeah, I'm watching. That was a great catch, though, wasn't it?
It was an unbelievable catch.
Very few have been able to hold on to that.
I'm going to step away for 1 second. I got to break the seal, boys.
See ya. Live lines right now, 10-7, obviously Buffalo Bills, plus 3.5 for the Bills, over under 55.5, and the money line is 167-140 split. Gotcha. I'm still not ready to take. I would like looking at that, but I'd take the Bills. I'll just sit on that 5.5.
Yeah,
I don't trust them.
It's not enough points.
Yeah. Nice one. Chris Buncher said that he had Kelsey at plus 450. With Bet365,
I could see him getting 2.
Plus 700. Yeah, but he was plus 700 with to have the first touchdown.
That's
So
pretty
shop
good.
around.
That's a nice
You've
one.
gone plus 450. You've lost out 250 points there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what the money line on the Chiefs right now is 170. So what is that? Like 62% win probability? It's not bad, I guess.
No, it's been done well. Done well to go down there. So much time. I tell you what, though, the over. I mean, I thought 27 might have been a bit hard halfway through that first quarter. Now that it's looking vulnerable.
Joshy Allen. Come on, just open it up now, Kansas City. Start throwing darts down the field. Let's get big plays.
21-10 at the half would be lovely. Kelsey, all free.
All right, so touch back.
So, Donnie, let me ask you a question because I've always wondered this. So,
yeah,
you're in the NFL. You're sitting over there on the bench, and at least in 2020, right? So you come out of the game in this situation. You're sweaty, but you're sitting there for a while, so you start to get a bit cold. Are the benches heated? Do they have heaters like right behind them? Like,
oh, they do. No, all the benches in the NFL are heated. I don't know if they brought them out this early in the season, but most of them are. Yeah, even dating back to like the mid '80s. Remember the old benches? They would sit and be able to throw their feet back on those white benches, and the tops of the things heat your helmet, so your helmet never gets cold because they give you the ski cap on the side. Oh, the pros got it. It's unfair what they get. All right, 1st and 10, 25-yard line, 11:22 on the clock.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So now I've got to try and like.
I was like, what does that mean?
Exactly. I'm like, oh, okay.
Bet365 is hanging at Chiefs -2.5, but they juiced it at -125.
Craziness going on. I'm happy to see that though, rather than some dodgy old interception. That'd be a fumble then, or what?
That would be a fumble, yeah.
So those who've got fumbles.
Quarterbacks hate to get under center anymore, Flash.
I don't think Josh Allen has started from under center once this game, has he? He's been shotgun every play.
Every play, yeah. It's funny, too, because I still get it. Even when you watch the Houston offense with Deshaun Watson operate, they'll be on, even like the 4th and goals from like the inch-yard line. They're in a shotgun. I just like I was like, oh, my God. Get under, take the snap, fall forward, and get a touchdown. They just can't do it. It's amazing.
Was it Carson Wentz? He's 6'5".
Wentz he actually got stopped yesterday, but you're right. Like when you're a big, strong quarterback with 6 inches, they give you the benefit of the doubt. Just plow forward and you got it.
Come on, guys. Look at Tom Brady's record on the goal line.
The best quarterback sneak guy ever. Yeah. Brady.
Are you telling me Deshaun Watson can't just jump over the pile? I'm pretty sure he can.
Yeah, or use the Drew Brees move where you jump up, put the football out, and just rip it back. That's his touchdown
like super quick, right?
Yeah. So he's jump up to 4.
Question for you guys: What effect do you think Le'Veon's going to have on this offense?
Depends what mindset he's in, doesn't it? Because he was another one that was unplayable, and all of a sudden he's just hit a brick wall.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you, Donnie. I just think that the fact that he's going to be splitting carries with Hilaire is actually a good thing because now you're going to be able to maximize what he can do. Until I see otherwise, I mean, what is he, 28? I don't think he forgot how to play football. I think the Jets are a clown show, and it's hard to for example, when I look at Sam Darnold, I'm not ready to give up on him because what have they put in front of him that's going to let you be able to evaluate his talent properly? Like, you just don't really know what he is. So the Jets are it's unbelievable to watch what's going on over there.
Yeah. Like Le'Veon Bell, I don't know, like the production's going to be there, but I think what Andy Reid likes is the guy's a vet and he's extreme in the passing game, not only running routes, but being able to pick up the blitz. You get into the playoffs, you're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're blitzing the hell out of you. You want that vet that knows, you know what? Guy's coming in the A gap. I'm going to pick him up first. If not, I'm going to swing out to the guy that's coming off the edge. You need that, and Le'Veon Bell will excel. That's a wonderful pickup for them it's a luxury. You didn't pay anything for him. $600,000 for the rest of the year. Great pickup by them.
So did the Jets have to pay him off as well?
Yep.
The Jets
Yeah.
the Jets are paying the rest of his salary. Yep.
And they just had to pay him a $6 million bonus, I believe, too, like last Thursday, like right after
Yeah,
they cut him.
it was $6 million for the rest of the year from the Jets, which as long as he cleared waivers, which he did, the Jets are on the hook. So they pick him up and pay the $600,000, whatever it is, and that offsets it. They basically don't even pay anything for him except for that minimum. That's all you had to pay him.
It's a huge upgrade. You go from Darrell Williams and Darwin Thompson being your backup running backs to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell can be a slot receiver. So when you have games like this where we've got Demarcus Robinson out there. No, you could throw in Le'Veon Bell, who has not forgotten how to play football. He was with the worst franchise in the league.
Not to interrupt you, Le'Veon Bell could literally be a top slot receiver in the NFL right now.
He could.
He really can.
That's no joke. I mean, think about 2 years ago with Pittsburgh. If you could go into like your DFS lineups, your fantasy football leagues, you could start all three, the three Bs, right? Brown, Bell, and Roethlisberger. Le'Veon Bell was lining up in the slot, 35% of the time?
And killing people.
Killing people. And if I remember right, I think he won me a fantasy week 1 week. He threw a touchdown pass to Antonio Brown even. Like, the dude is supremely talented, does not turn the ball over, plays – for the Jets, he was playing, last year, I think he played 92% of the offensive snaps when he was healthy for the Jets. Like, they were just running him into the ground. With
and that's easy to defend against because that it's run. So
right, exactly. Like this guy, like the rich got richer, and when he's ready to rock and roll, the Chiefs. Oh my God,
massive option.
It's a shame that he couldn't work it out. The Steelers were still giving him a boatload of money, but when I always think he invented that. He would take the handoff and walk for the first 5 steps,
and just kind of look around.
I never saw anything like it, and he was amazing. Like, his running style was so much fun to watch, and I can't believe it just couldn't work out in Pittsburgh anymore. What a shame.
Yeah, it was. It really
on the move. The Kansas City Chiefs now. How about this? Chiefs -6, over under 55.5 now.
Wow. Right?
Boy, these guys are doing whatever they want on the ground, both sides.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Buffalo's struggling so much on the ground. Maybe they're just so worried about Mahomes.
They're getting plenty of blockers out front, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So that -2.5 at Bet365 that was available at the start of the drive is now a -5.5.
Right? Exactly. Yep.
It's so funny.
That's because it's a minimum, isn't it? It's a minimum field goal. So there's your free.
Valera's got 79 yards on the ground in the
first.
There
you go. He was only 71 today as well.
Goodness.
We've seen him up in the high 80s.
I would like a touchdown here. I don't think I want any field goal for my bets. No more field goals.
Let's get this done.
We want a touchdown.
Yeah, you don't want no 10-10s.
No, I do not. That'll kill all of my hedge bets. A tie is the worst possible.
What I made to the picture? There you go. Kelsey, bang. Oh, no, he's got him. Oh,
this is Kelsey territory down here. I'll tell you that.
Normally, he floats out. And then obviously he's so much bigger, he just goes up and gets it.
Yeah.
Give him a little one. Like a Gronkowski, Brady type run.
3rd and 1, 5:15 on the clock. I would say this is definitely two-down territory. So
I need the Chiefs ahead by single digits or the Bills ahead by 1 to 3 points. And I have just paid for the next, 3 weeks of the NFL season. Just like
That's just great blocking, man. Whoa.
He goes a flag. Oh, that's why it was great blocking, right?
Come on, man.
See, this is why I wish every coach they need a no flag flag. I hate holding. Holding's the worst penalty. Holding needs to either reduce it to 5 yards, right? No more 10-yard holding penalties in the NFL.
Here's my thing.
It's not even really holding. He just kicked his ass. So
yeah, here's my thing. This guy is at least $120 heavier than the guy he's blocking.
That's a terrible call. That is a horrendous call. Those are the ones that kill you too, because it's 3rd and 1. So if you don't get it, you're going for it. And you'll probably get it on 4th and 1, whatever it is. Now you're 3rd and 11. So it completely ruins it's 4-down territory.
Holding's the worst.
And that's a terrible holding call. I
think Mahomes is going to run up the middle right here.
Oh, fancy! He's going to target Kelsey, isn't he?
I would rather just to make Flash happy.
Yo, Flash, come on, man.
I would rather talk to my ex-wife on the phone than watch a holding call in the NFL. I swear to God, that's how much I hate holding.
I will call it.
Flash back on the quickness, man. That was an amazing call.
Boom.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
Yeah.
What a throw. What a throw. What a catch.
That's
Yeah, there's
that's
two
the
really good touchdown catches, the last two
Yeah,
catches.
that's the
That's
Gronkowski.
Man.
Brady. They
Oh,
run
woo.
the off and then just got a front. He's the only person that can get it.
So
Plus,
what are we? One touchdown away from Mahomes getting over that 2.5 touchdowns as well, which
Yeah.
I think is a pretty easy
Yeah.
call. We're sitting here in the
Dang.
first half, so there we go. There we go.
Wee.
People are making money in the live chat if they hung
there you
around.
are, my baby.
Oh, that's a party poo.
Come the F on, guys. It's like one of the best kickers in the league. Are you joking?
No win, then he just missed it too. Sheesh.
Isn't that the second time? Didn't he do that in the damn what was the last Chiefs game we were? Didn't he miss an extra point in that game that cost me the over in that game? He did.
This is true.
I had 54.5 and freaking Harrison Butker
Yeah.
missed an extra point and the total got to 54.
Yeah.
He's done this to me before. All right,
What
Harrison
was
Butker.
that on the half time? Was it 27? You said they get a field goal.
27, correct. Yep, 27. That hurts. That hurts people.
We'll have a little tick up.
That's
Anyway.
like, it was like yesterday. Even the Houston game didn't actually matter. So they're in the they scored a touchdown in the third quarter to get 23 points. I got 23.5 for Houston too. And they line up for the extra point. I'm like, all right, let's get this. Let me tweet this out. I got this bad boy early and he missed it. And I'm just like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, and so this missed extra point might help the Bills cover later. But for my first half, I did one hedge to the Bills 1-3. So now,
Well, no, yeah, even the first half line was -3. Like, imagine betting that. Like, you missed the extra point.
Oh.
This is what I have a problem with the NFL, which I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't
but
understand
the
their point of reference on this.
Touchdown, you're going to be -4.
yeah, I'll be burned on my if the Bills score and end up -4, I'll be burned on all those bets. If he makes the extra point, I'm safe on basically everything that I said. It's either Bills, -3, which is fine, which fits into the plus 1100 I got the bet at, or if the Chiefs, and if the Chiefs take the lead, then that's either plus 900 across the three values. So
what about plus? So if they're 10 up at the start.
if 10 is no good. We don't want the 10. We want the single digits.
Oh,
I don't think this is a double-digit lead to go into the half.
well, you never know. I mean, there's still a week to go in this quarter.
Yeah.
We got 5 minutes, but the extra point in the NFL is just it should be going the wrong way.
Yeah.
It should be back to where it was, where it's just a tackle on extra point. Just take it away and say a touchdown is 7 points. If you want to go for 2 and don't get it, you go back to 6 points. If you get it, you get 8. I never understood the infatuation of, they always talk about, make the kickers less of the game. Now they're actually more involved in the game, and I don't understand what was the reasoning for moving it back to 37 yards. It literally doesn't make any sense. None at all.
But
None at all.
it kills so many spreads. I mean, we've got NO. He's got KC -3.5.
Yeah. But it lit like because I don't have anything in the first half on this. So if you're looking to cover, that should be 14-10. So now you don't have the cover. But to make kickers even more into the game on a meaningless extra point makes zero sense. It never made sense when they moved it
Kickers
back
should
at
be
all.
gone, period. No more kicking. Just gone.
Like,
Just
why would we
get-
decide a game? Like, even at the end of the game, like, you miss the extra point, so you lose the game. Like, that's not the way football's supposed to be played.
No,
Because
I mean,
the kicker missed an extra point late, you lose. What is this?
I guess the counter argument you could is with the Houston Tennessee game, like Romeo Crennel, which I love the call, by the way. If they get that 2-point
Great call.
conversion, the game's over, and what do you have to lose? I actually do like the call, but he's going to get grief. I'm sure he already has. I haven't looked at how much grief he's gotten for not.
No, if he's getting grief, that's from people that don't understand how football works. Like if you're watching that game and you actually, so basically he goes for the 2-point conversion and doesn't get it. So the same people that said he shouldn't have done that, they went for it on 4th and 1 and scored the touchdown to get it. So if they were up 1 point, those same people should be saying, like, I can't believe they didn't kick the field goal to put them up 4, so then the other team needed a touchdown.
Exactly.
If you watch that game, they were stopping nobody. And exactly what happened. They went for the 2, didn't get it. What did Tennessee do? Right down the field and scored a touchdown. Oh, but they would have had to go for 2. They already got a 2-point conversion. What, they weren't going to get 2 yards with Derrick Henry in the backfield, just like they scored the touchdown in overtime on 3rd and 3? Come on, man, stop it. You got to kick the 2 to make them go for 2. If you watch the football game, nobody was stopping anyway. Same way with the college game a couple weeks ago, Texas and Oklahoma.
Yep.
Texas should have went for 2 each and every time. They didn't, and they lost because of it. It's unbelievable. People would say, they shouldn't have went for 2. You play what percentages? It played out exactly the way you had thought.
Yep.
Tennessee was scoring regardless of what was going to happen, and they did, and they won.
Do we know what's happened to Sammy Watkins for today?
Hurt.
He's hurt. Sammy
the Hammy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sammy Watkins. He can only play so many games in a row. That's why
he didn't want to go back to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want
cold,
to play in his old home stadium where he disappointed the entire franchise, and
In his defense, though, who's throwing to him while he played for Buffalo?
Oh God, it was really well.
EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick for one season, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he had him for one, I believe, and he had the Mr. Punctured Lung.
Tyrod Taylor, that's correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's right.
Did you get a flag there on the hold? Was it a
EJ
hold?
Looks like it was the
Manuel.
opposite way,
There you
Flash.
go. That's a good memory. EJ watching Florida State upset North Carolina this week. You think of EJ Manuel, right? Wasn't he the quarterback out there over there at Florida State? Yeah.
That's how you know shit's wild. Where Florida State can't do anything against anybody, beats UNC.
Yeah.
See Clemson boys over the weekend?
They're ridiculous. They're just ridiculous.
I mean, it's Georgia Tech, right? Are they still running the triple wishbone out there in Georgia Tech?
No, they broke out of that. They should have went back to it for that game though. Christ.
I mean,
wasn't that game 7-7 Flash too at one point?
Yeah.
I just got a
65
you guys wanna hear something
unanswered.
funny?
Yeah, 65 unanswered. Good luck.
I just got an email from Bet Online saying, "Don't forget Monday Night Football starting." You a little late, fellas.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
They're on
late.
That's Tico time down there.
We're gonna talk to
exactly,
Dave.
yeah.
We'll talk to Dave about that the next time he's on, right? We'll tell Dave Mason, hey, talk to your email department. Let's get it sorted out.
Yeah, wind him up though and say you got the email on Tuesday. Once you've got them on the run, just make sure you milk it for all it's worth.
Came in 3 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, fellas.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing a special. Travis Kelce, 2 or more touchdowns at
Man,
1,000.
that's a money call. That is a money call. All right, this is going to be boom. This is a big
So
drive
now
here.
I
for
don't
Buffalo
want a
coming
field
up.
goal and I don't want a touchdown. Damn it, Chiefs. That missed extra point ruined it all.
No, I don't want a field goal. I've got half-time, full-time.
No, I don't want a field goal either. I got either got the Chiefs
Well,
or the Bills.
we've got chances. Don't be pissing on no pots, Donnie.
Yeah. No,
No,
field
I
goal.
won't.
Bird down. Come on, stop these bastards. Stop them.
2:35 on the clock, so you're going to get a 2-minute warning too if they don't get it.
I didn't even recognize Kelsey with that dude on his head. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, looking like late 90s, man. Good for him.
Yeah. Got the curtains.
Okay, very good. I'm going to get more live. I'm going to close it and reopen.
Such dangerous throws, man. Jesus Christ. That's going to be PI, though. Yeah.
PI.
Diggs is such a good wideout, man. Jesus. They don't have to do that either. Look at that. That's just stupidity.
What is going
That's
on
just
here?
stupidity by Kansas City. You didn't have
The
to
draw
do that.
kills you as well, didn't it?
Yeah, no, a draw is not good. A tie is like the one. A tie, that missed extra point is just all bad on every level. Harrison Butker has done this to me twice. I'm going to send him a Christmas card this year.
Although they are still outside of territory.
It's an easy call for the ref, man. Why?
Yeah, he hooked him, man. Hooked him.
Twice, too.
He did it twice. Yeah, you're right. Oh, man, I didn't do nothing. Yeah.
Exactly. Why that really winds me up, Donnie. When it's a clear
When you,
penalty,
and you don't
they
even
go,
have to do it.
No.
That's just bad luck. Sometimes bad luck happens. I'd rather be
I
lucky
had that
than
last
good.
year with Eli Apple. He done me 6 times in the same game.
yeah.
Every time they threw near him, the ball would be in the air, and I'd be like this, because he's either catching it or it was PI.
Yep. Was that when he was with the Saints or before?
Yeah,
when
Saints.
The Giants.
No,
Yeah,
Saints.
or the Giants. Yeah, Eli Apple, trash can of a corner.
Boy, the Giants have had some rough drafts. Ooh.
Killed me, man. Where's he? Where's he gone now?
Where he's in no, he just got active. Where is he at? He just I don't know why.
I want to say he was at Denver or somewhere like that.
Eli Apple.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's just out of the
Panthers.
league.
Panthers, nice with the
Oh
Panthers.
yeah, but he's not even
Yeah.
playing. He's not even on the field. Like they're not even using him. Maybe in like dime situations, but
2-minute warning.
We want a fumble.
We
We want a fumble or get it sorted early so that Mahomes can go up the other end.
or I guess I could root for another missed extra point, right? It's
Missed field goal.
or missed field goal. Yeah, there's hope, right? Don't give up hope. Never give up hope.
Fumble. That's what we want.
Yeah, we do want to fumble. Well, we don't want to leave the Chiefs a chance to get that touchdown. I don't want them by 10 either. So I have a very
It won't, will it? It won't. If they get the chance, it'll be 7.
I'm telling you, I had this all thought out before, but now as I'm seeing it all happen, I'm like, damn it. I missed out on some of these possibilities here. The missed extra point, just make the extra point, and I'm riding into the second half. That's simple. It's that easy. Ridiculous.
Well, you do know that unlike most teams who will be like, oh, you know what? We're not going to force it. We're just going to kick the extra point next time. Chiefs are going for 2.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully. Well, I mean, they have a great kicker. Like Butker's supposed to be one of the best kickers in the league, but he's pretty much my arch nemesis right now. He possibly could cost me twice in 3 weeks.
So we could get the ball back in like 45, 50 seconds.
Oh, man.
I don't know what you do in this. Like, are they really going to push it?
Well, 10-10 at half time or have a chance. You know what he's like. Mahomes could go in 17-10 up. Oh, sorry, 21. What would it be? 21-13.
The Cowboys next.
20-13.
Cowboys are going to get beat up tonight.
I don't
think
know,
so.
man.
They're getting that defense is horrible. Kyler Murray is going to have a great game tonight. Andy Dalton's going to suck. I shouldn't say all this because I jinxed it yesterday, but I am not going to live scared. I refuse to do that. Andy Dalton's a trash can in primetime.
I just think no Buda Baker is not going to help them out too much.
It doesn't help.
I also think that their secondary's so overmatched. Like Patrick Peterson hasn't been good for like 2 years. Not that he's bad. I'm saying good by his standards.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Amari Cooper, by the way, 5,500 on DraftKings, super cheap. If you're playing, that's a cheap price.
Oh wow,
5,500 is cheaper than you're ever going to get Amari Cooper ever for the rest of his career while he's still in his prime.
Brashad trying to make up for it there, Junior.
Heck.
Hey, we love that play. Love that play.
These quarterbacks are not. I mean, Mahomes has been efficient, but nothing explosive, huh?
It's funny.
No,
like
we
I'm
need some deep shots.
I usually root for the Bills, so I just got mad at that play. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. I've been on Kansas City.
Yeah.
1:25 to go. Big Red not calling any timeouts either, so that's not good.
Up until this season, I've never, ever gone against the Patriots. Love nor money. So I've never had that situation. And then this year when they played the Chiefs, I was like, Chiefs all the way.
It's funny that you say that, Flash, because what's one of the first things I learned as a bettor? I haven't made a play, not even on Dallas, but just involving Dallas at all. And I couldn't even tell you how many years it's been.
I loved them last
bet
year.
against Dallas blind.
Dallas team total was just my money maker last year. They were so good.
Well, avoiding Mike McCarthy's never a bad thing. He's the worst coach in the NFL. Well, him and
Like a
It's
bad
funny.
defense and a great offense is just
I've
awesome.
watched your guys' show many times, and your hatred for Mike McCarthy is
He's
hilarious.
horrible. He's
It's
god
hilarious.
awful.
Kyle, you're going to love this. Kyle, you're loving this.
Okay, good. Thank you for splashing the pot. Let me
But I'm
relax.
splashing it for a good reason.
That's what I want, and I literally.
What do you want? No points?
No points.
I want nothing.
Yeah,
I want
no,
absolutely nothing to happen.
No.
Just
But,
nonsense.
I mean, I want 6 points, missed extra point. Kyle gets his 9 up, and I make sure I'm half time, full time.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Or 3, or just the 3 points.
Yeah, 3 by the Chiefs is fine with me too. A field goal, I'll take a field goal. Maybe Butker can kick a field goal if he can't make a damn extra point. But no,
I
Mike
do fancy from here though. It's all Edwards-Helaire. It's all just
yeah.
Let's see what Big. I bet. I don't know if he stretches this. They got 3 timeouts though with Mahomes. It'll be
I
interesting.
know, damn it.
No, they don't stretch it. There's no way with this greasy ball.
Junior, type in Aaron Rodgers comments on Mike McCarthy. Even Aaron Rodgers says he's the lowest IQ coach I have ever played for. The guy is dumber than whale shit.
So what one of 3 coaches he's played for in the last like 25 years?
Yes, yeah. Well, he's just low IQ. Mike McCarthy, watch his games. He's so bad. He's so bad. Clock management, horrible. Play calling, vanilla. Look at the Cowboys.
It's weird.
Look at him this year. It's bad. He's bad. Bad.
Did you find out that Kirk Cousins?
Big Red's clock management here.
Yes, I did.
Enough.
So Flash, you were gone when I pulled it up. So Kirk Cousins is 7-16. So Andy Dalton 6-15. Kirk Cousins 7-16 in prime time. But Kirk Cousins touchdown to interception ratio. Kirk Cousins was 42-19. Andy Dalton 26-16. That shows you he's even worse. He's 24 points less.
Yeah, but Kirk Cousins, they were dog touchdowns when he was 30 points behind.
Yeah, no, his touchdown to Laquan Treadwell last year cost me in my fantasy playoff hunt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had a conversation with my son maybe twice in the last 2 weeks about laying these big spreads because we find a way to get backdoored when we've dominated 99.9% of the game.
That's right. Oh, this is all going good for me. I like what's happening right now.
Yeah, you like Andy Reid's doing one of his Philadelphia all-timers.
Yeah, because what the F is going on? Why did they
you run for 13 yards, you have 3 timeouts, you don't call a timeout, then you slow it down, you run a play and you get sacked, then you wait 5 more seconds, then call a timeout, and it's 2nd and 14 inside your own 20. This is Big Red at his best, man.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is,
it's
man.
Beautiful.
I've seen this before.
I'm waiting for the ticket to pop up and tell me that I've won. Here we go.
You don't want no fumble, though. You don't want no fumble on their own 10-yard line.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
You guys take a friggin' knee, please? What the hell?
Just take a knee. Yes, just stop.
Big Red out here.
Oh, my God.
No, he's messing with me. He's messing with me.
Oh, my, please, watch it.
Big Red.
He's messing with me, right?
Watch it. Watch it, telly.
Oh, boy. Please tell me I'm not going to see a damn Bills field goal in the next 15 seconds.
20-yard line. Junior, don't give him that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you're that far behind? Okay.
He is. He's just coming out of Sunday.
I always am. I'm like I said, I'm still watching my Niners close out the Rams last night.
Here's my question, though. Why are you putting Patrick Mahomes in a situation where he could get hurt right here? Like, seems kind of weird.
The risk reward right now is pretty funny. It's what Eagles do this a lot now with Doug Peterson, where it's like 22 seconds on the clock. They're on their own 15, and they're just trying to like get 10 yards for no apparent reason, and you risk like the turnover and I don't get it. You just hand the football off here.
I thought he might have a little Hail Mary if he gets down to like 6
but
seconds.
There's no reward for this. Like, I don't even understand what's going on right now. Did they take another timeout? Who took a timeout? Oh my gosh, this is
it's like the last 2 minutes of a basketball game.
Exactly. Yep.
There's a mismatch down here.
They're just trying to piss me off and sweat it out, but I already know it's good. I feel great. There we go. See, you hedge those bets early. Look at that.
Yeah. So everyone in the chat
plus 900 Chiefs. Between 1 and
so what does that work out? About plus 500 with your other bets?
It was plus 900, so I put $100 on each of them. Honestly, I just needed one of them to hit, so I played $300. The win gets me $900. So I hedged everything Chiefs in the lead at the half from single digits down.
You're gonna get an email from your sports book being like, "Okay, buddy,
stop telling people how to do that." Yeah,
enough.
We see what you're doing.
Well, that's how you do it. It's very simple.
Carl, who's that with?
That was my bookie.
Yeah, they're off their heads, aren't they?
I mean, and
no comment.
This is odd, man.
The weird thing to me was that so you would get 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9 for plus 750 and above, and then Chiefs 13 or more was plus 260. That didn't make any sense. So unless you thought the Chiefs were just going to come out and blow the Bills out on the road in a rainy game, that's kind of a stupid play for me. So look, we talked about it. We gave the bet, rock and roll, boom, boom, boom.
See, this is like one of those plays where Kelsey could get hurt because he's
just
trying
get
to
out of bounds. What's he doing?
Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, guys.
Wait, tell me I'm not cashing this out too quick, right? Oh no. Okay, good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
They're just going to go for a Hail Mary or something like that.
Who is?
Oh, the Bills are really throwing here?
Yeah, why not? Take a shot at the end zone.
Oh God.
I know.
I wonder if they get a quick out
Kelsey
here,
from?
something like that. Let's see if they get a quick
I
out.
shouldn't have said anything.
That's a nice play. Wow. First of all, I need help on Kansas City's management. I need help on Kansas City's management here over the last 30 seconds.
Turn your TV off immediately.
Oh no.
Okay, first of all.
Oh no.
Whatever that defense is called, take your lighter and burn it up.
I can't even understand what's going on here on that. Good Lord.
This is the longest 14 seconds of NFL action.
Or even if you had Kansas City first half, right? And it should be 14-10 as it is, and you should have just ran the clock out, and you didn't. 52-yard attempt here by
Kelsey, the Bills. It's a triple one for me. I've got half-time, full-time. Don't say nothing. No pissing on pot. How far is it? 50, 52.
Yeah.
Donnie and I know, so we'll let you guys see for yourself.
Honest to God. Don't look. Kyle, don't look.
Oh, no. I shouldn't have said a damn word. I should have just let the clock run.
You jinxed yourself. You get everything you deserve.
That's true. That's true.
Look in the mirror. You're a disgrace.
I am. Son of a bitch.
Look how long behind he is.
This is killing me right now.
Oh, thank you, God,
you spoiled little bitch.
That's what you worked on. There we go.
Like even looking at that, the fact that Kelsey fumbled is even insignificant with 6 seconds left. You just play a base defense that basically says, all right, we're going to line up 4 guys 20 yards back, but we're going to take away the underneath stuff. So you have to throw to the middle of the field. And they said, we're going to leave everybody just wide open and get 20 yards and run out of. I can't even believe the Chiefs came up with that. Imagine being a D coordinator, here's how we're going to play this.
But Kelsey lost me 20 odd yards on my over 75 prop.
Boom.
No, that counts for him as a catch.
What, the fumble?
Yeah, the catch.
That's still a catch.
Well, let me have a look. How many did they give him?
Yeah,
he's got 3 for 39. I got for him right now.
Come on, man. Go on,
there we
Kelsey.
go. See?
Listen,
we're all
I'm going to
happy.
make a nice cup of Kelsey. Hey, Kyle. See, I know you're cheering me, my lad.
Yo, I'm just happy about all of it. And
what about everyone in the chat? We've had plus 400, plus 900. We've got a plus 185 going. Come on, the Chiefs.
I mean, everything's good.
I'm going to make a nice.
Let's take a look at some of these
tea.
second halves. Let's see what we got
Drop
here.
me out, Donnie. I'm going.
Bet365 has got Chiefs
Kick
minus 6.5 at even money.
Ooh, wow. I got minus 4.5 right now. That's interesting.
What?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me refresh it. Let me go back. This is always the song and dance. You got to refresh everything. That was amazing. That's a lot of fun, by the way. That's the most excitement I've had. Well, I did have, since I am the DFS, I am actually a single dad. So I had a friend come over last week, but she would not leave the next day. And that was so much trauma in my life. And once I finally got rid of her, I was like, hey, that was a lot of excitement in my life. A little bit of, little bit of adversity and stuff like that. So it's always good to get the heart pumping. That's what I say. What do you think? Am I crazy, Junior? Am I just a crazy guy?
No. A little. I would tell some similar stories, but this is not that kind of show. So
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Junior doesn't want to get that email tomorrow.
I always like to risk the Tuesday email, Junior. Natalie's like, "Hey, get the hell out of here." Yep, you're done. Send back that banner, by the way.
All right, live Chiefs minus 5.5.
I got minus 5.5. Yeah. Plus,
I'm trying to look for the second. I can't for some reason. These goddamn every sports book is so different on the way they post stuff. It drives me nuts.
Let's
see if we get. I just want the second half. Where's that at here?
That's what I'm looking for too.
Team futures, no.
I feel like I hear people showing up at my house too. My son's in the other half of the house. I feel like there's a bunch of teenage kids showing up and partying because they know I'm busy for the next 2 hours. Something's going on over there. I can't tell what it is. Very confused.
Let's see what.
I just have, I guess, the game 6.5 over 50, and then the money line. But for some reason, I can't find like just the second half on either draft.
Neither can I. I have a bunch of blanks. I think the books are
what the hell's
reloading.
going on here?
I shouldn't. I am going to get an email from my bookie, right? Like, don't tell people to go do that and find that. I'm like, oh, that's what we're supposed to do. You guys are welcome. You just reload this. Cash my ticket in right now.
Try another book. Try William Hill. See if they got a 6 still. But I'm just...
NFL.
Dogs going wild. It's crazy.
Can you hear the dogs over there? They I have a neighbor not that far, and the dogs go crazy. I even went over and told her, can you put them inside so they're not freaking out while I'm trying to do a show?
I just assumed it's funny because I was like, I thought Flash was gone because
Yeah.
dogs barking in the background is like a Costa Rican soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got to feed all those kidnapped children. He's got to step outside, give out some fruit, stuff like that. It's always good.
BetOnline's got it at -6.
The second half?
Yeah.
This is just weird.
Yeah, I'm not even.
Yeah, I'm just at 6.5 -112 full game now for the Chiefs full spread over 50. It's kind of like because when you watch this, even though the game played out and it's still close 13-10, they could have tied it up. I just don't have the inclination that the Bills are winning this game. Like I haven't seen outside of a couple splash plays and some flags that I don't know if I trust the Bills to win this game. I hope they do. I mean, obviously I'm sitting on them at 5.5, but
it's going to be a close game. This is going exactly how I thought. Close game, back and forth. It's going to be close all the way throughout, in my opinion. It might come down. God, I hope. Is it going to come down to these kickers? Good Lord. It's going to come down to kickers.
I hope not.
Oh, me too. Me too. Will there be overtime? What do you think about +650? Will there be overtime?
Just depends how much action you've already got going on right now.
Your tolerance level.
Don't spread yourself too thin.
All right, second half. Let's go to Sugar House. What do we got here? All right, there we go. Yeah, Bet Sugar House. Second half, excluding overtime, Chiefs -3.5. Second half total -3.5. So what the hell would that even matter? Idiots. Over under 26.5.
For the second half. I don't know. Is that weather going to improve?
Tough number.
Is that weather going to improve? Because it does seem like it's affecting this game, right? They're relying on the run more than we kind of expected.
They got 26 in the front. I mean, they're basically on pace.
It's close. That's a tough one.
I don't know, though. Let's see, 13, 26. That field goal would have helped, but 3.5 Chiefs. Okay.
It's a tough number.
Who kicked off first? Chiefs get first ball?
No, Bills got first ball.
Bills got first. Sure. Chiefs got the.
Thank God you remembered that. I had no idea. I was going to guess. Yeah. I had no idea. I could not remember.
Let me just go to the play-by-play just to be sure, but I'm 99% sure the Chiefs started with the ball. I mean, the Bills started with the ball.
Yeah, there's no second half line on DraftKings. That's just odd.
There's not here on my bookie either. What is going on?
Let me get some team totals too. Let's see what we got here. All right, team totals here. Kansas City Chiefs 14.5, and the Buffalo Bills 11.5. Second half 26.5. Chiefs 14.5.
Yeah, Bill started with Bill started 3 and out.
Okay, perfect. So Chiefs get the ball first, and so you're getting +17.5 second half team total.
I think the Chiefs get 2 touchdowns. Now,
I do too. And then you just need them to make a field goal, and if they go for
second half next. Fellas, thank you for inviting me on the show. I'm going to have to head out. I was actually going to say only for the first quarter, but I was having too much fun watching this game with you guys. So
That's what happens when you hang out with Kyle.
That's it. I'm a lot of fun.
It's like he's a time lapse. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Junior man. Yeah, you open invitation every Monday. That was
awesome. That was great.
I appreciate that very much. Good luck to you guys. Hopefully, you cash some tickets.
Thank you,
Let's do it, baby. There we go. Junior Brown, SBR's finest right there. Another two-man crew. What is it, Sunday afternoon? Just me and you, side by side, huh?
Right. Just me getting the Steelers right and looking like a genius. That's what I'm going
to take a shot here on this. There's no way I'm taking under in either thing. I think that Bills line is cheap because I think they're going to have to go for touchdowns as opposed to field goals.
Yeah.
But I just feel more confident that I do think the Chiefs, because I'm expecting in the second half, even if I think they're going to score, the Josh Allen strip sack fumble, I believe, is coming. And I think that's going to happen. So I'm going to go this again because I don't want to just sit here and not have any action in the second half. And it's a good, nice little hedge also on the 5.5 for the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to take the Chiefs second half over 14.5. Is there anything better out there before I take that?
I'm trying to look. I'm trying to click quick. I'm thinking about just doubling down on my Bills covering and taking the money line on the Bills in the second half, getting plus 204. I might just do that too. Why the hell not? Even though they're down at the half. Why not?
20. This is 27.5 team. Let me see the second half. Blah, blah, blah. Bills touchdown score. Chiefs total second half. 20. No, that doesn't show anything up here on this. So I'm just going to stick with 14.5 here.
I like it. I think that's a good call. I think they get, especially getting the ball first in the second half. You got to think. Oh, these numbers are already.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit of that 14.5 on that. So we'll see what happens on this.
Let's see what I can get here.
Yeah, what did Junior like on the Cowboys game, by the way?
God, I can't remember. I think he liked the Cowboys, or did he say he just stayed away from it? He might have just stayed away from it.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
That's interesting stuff up here. Yeah.
You know what I'm going to take here? I'm going to take the Chiefs by 7 to 13 points plus 235. So if for some reason the Chiefs, that's gonna kind of hedge my game long bet. If the Bills don't cover the 5.5, like I think they did at the beginning of the game, I can make some money here on the Chiefs by 7 to 13.5. So I think that's where I'm going to put my action on in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 14. I can't. I'm going to reach out to some of these books here. Their second half is ridiculous.
Boom. There we go.
Let's get this game back on. I like this game. Let's go. All right, so take that off. Three and a half. I mean, you figured if the Chiefs are getting over that 14.5, they're probably going to cover the 3.5.
Right.
I want to see some points. I still want to stay inside that 5.5, but I'll see if they can both get some high scoring shots in this one here. So
yeah, just to update, the Chiefs winning the first half by 1 to 3 points was plus 900. So that turned $100 into $900. So I bet 300 hedging everything under the single digits. So it worked out. I made $600. What's wrong with that? That's okay for a Monday night, right? Not bad.
That's a couple cartons of cigs right there, man. I like it.
A couple cartons of cigs, which I haven't smoked in hours. It's crazy.
It's got 6.5 full game, 50, 3.5. Yeah, I'd be surprised if the Chiefs end up losing this game, but I would like to see it. I'm not going to lie.
Come on.
What do you got second half, Flash? Anything? Any add-ons?
I don't need it, do I? Because it's half time, full time, plus 185. I've got -3, -8.5, and I've got Kelsey over 75. I only need another 36 yards.
That's not very degenerate of you right now.
I know, but the thing is, if people do it prior, they're sitting there with a handful of potential, and obviously they've already had the plus 400. Kelsey, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right, kickoff. Here we go, baby. Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Well, Buffalo Bills 115 yards in the first half. 3.3 yards per play.
What have you gone with anyway, Donnie?
I took the Chiefs second half team total over 14.5.
Okay, what's the total in the game now?
50 even.
Yeah, see, I'm still thinking that 50 is the right number to go under.
I'm not seeing any rain right now.
No,
I'm not seeing any rain right now. So let's see how that plays.
But it's turf, isn't it? in Buffalo. It's not actually.
Yeah, but the difference about pros too is they get the towels out there for the football. So like in high school or college, like you play with one football.
In your experience, how much good does the towel actually do? Because if you did that to a normal soccer ball, the leather still be wet.
Yeah, no, they have like 50 balls on each side. They wipe them all down. But even when you play on the turf in the rain, there's not really any. You slip and slide a little bit, but when you're playing in grass, it's such a marked difference. Because even when you're talking about pros to college to high school, like high school's not covering their field. If it rains the night before, you're playing in a quagmire. The pros, they got everything, man. Yeah, everything they need.
Yeah, they're fine.
All right. 1st and 10 here after the touchback. Actually, not a touchback. Ran it back to the 20.
Losing 5 yards. You've seen more teams do that, huh? Sort of kick it short on purpose.
Dumb. If I'm a head coach in the NFL, I tell anybody, I don't care if it's like, we're not talking about Devin Hester back in the day where the ball's kicked off from the 30. Now it's kicked off a lot deep at the 35. You come out of the end zone, you won't have a job in the NFL anymore. You will be on the unemployment line and sent back there because you want to gain an extra 5 yards. Half the time they get tackled inside the 20. The other half of the time it's a holding penalty. It makes zero sense to bring a kick out. I would fire my kick returner immediately if he brought the ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, unless you're Cordero Patterson, I guess, right?
No, I don't even want just because you're going to run one back a year, but then again you get tackled half the time. I don't want anything to do with that. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, the kickoffs just goes away, right? Just get rid of the kickers. Kickers. What do you think, Flash? Are we bashing on the?
No, I like the kickers. I like the kickers.
They want the union. Yeah, the union never will get rid of the kickers.
No, the punter who puts it inside the 10 or inside the 5.
Well, I like the punting. The punting's fine. I'm talking.
Yeah, but it's not even the special team. There's so many guys on the NFL teams that are only there because they play special teams. They would never cut that. Then you wouldn't need any backup linebackers or anything.
Oh, you're talking to a man who's lived off of field position.
Correct. Understood.
It's like, come on, man. The punter is just so important.
I agree. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to advocate for I just want kickers to be out of fantasy football, I suppose. Sick of that. I'm in a league where there's double flex. Love it. I love it so much.
Can you imagine the NFL if there was no field, there were no field goal posts, there was no, you didn't kick anything?
Well, I do like it.
What a different game it would be.
What I would prefer is go back to the old days when they had the goalposts in the middle or the front of the end zone where players are just running in. Here. Come on, that's funny, right?
Game-winning touchdown pass hits the upright. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So you got DeAndre Hopkins just going to catch it. Bam! He runs under the goalpost, just smacks it face first. I like the comedy aspect of that. I'm in.
Yeah. What is Patrick Mahomes' rush yard? Let's see what the 2 quarters. So
I love that.
Because I think he was up around 20, which you need him to run for a lot of yards. Because if they're going to win this game, he might take it. He's got 4 for 15 now.
Yeah, he was 26. His pre-game total was 26.
Because you'll take away about 5 of that on those. So let's see what it is. 2nd and 4, 2:20 on the clock, or 12:20 on the clock.
Yeah, and so SZA said it's not turf in Buffalo. It's like one of them new 4Gs to handle the snow.
Oh, yeah.
It's turf, but
is it not grass?
No, it's not grass.
It's like artificial grass.
Yeah. They're so good. The turfs are so good now that they basically mimic grass.
Yeah, it's supposed to be grass without tearing ACLs, which the ACLs are still tearing, I suppose. But.
How about Josh Allen, 6 for 16 for 42 yards?
And that was always going to be the problem.
He's absolutely atrocious.
Well, I need some play action out of the Chiefs.
He's getting the rushing yards, which is good.
Yeah, both these teams can rush the hell out of the football.
Dude, I'm wondering if I saw Tyreek Hill in the first half limp out. Has he been back since?
Did. You're right. You know what? I haven't seen anything because I haven't been on Twitter that says anything is wrong with him here. But he certainly hasn't been in the game. Yeah, there's no update on him leaving the game.
Yeah, he was limping late.
Yeah, he's in there now. He's right behind McCoy. Hilaire.
Now I'm looking at a live betting line -6.5, +6.5 for the Bills.
Oh, they must.
Second 10.
It's live. -6.
Yeah, they're up around the 50, 46-yard line.
I might pull the trigger on this Bills money line. I might just, go contrarian here.
Wow, I think you hang fire. I think you have to hang fire, Cole, because if they get up here, then that's going to only grow. You're going to take it at the bottom of the spike.
Why not? Why not? No, I know it's a bad decision. I'm not going to, but I like to look at those and get the number. I got 40 points on 2 plays. I got 40 cents on the dollar in 2 plays. So if I was thinking it at the half, even though I'm really not, I think the Chiefs win this close, but I like the value.
Big 3rd and 7 here. This will be
You think this is close, this game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game throughout.
I think we could see a 34-24.
Ooh, very interesting. I hope not.
Oh. Yeah,
I wouldn't be going under or over yet, though.
No. Of course
over under drops to 46.5 after that drive, plus 5.5 now for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, but they'll pen him right in now.
Doink.
Have we looked at any early lines for next week?
Oh no, we haven't.
I haven't really gone over those that much, but the one that was interesting is the Jets anything south of 20.
What's the Eagles doing?
Eagles looks like across the 3.5 for sure. DraftKings, Bet Rivers, yeah.
Yeah, 3.5.
That'll be getting a piece of mind.
It'd be a slugfest on Thursday.
You got Cleveland -3.5 over Cincinnati since they showed up in that first half against the Colts, but then got whitewashed. I think Cleveland looks good next week. They bounce back. Interstate rivalry, right? I like the Browns earlier in the week.
Who's the Thursday night game?
Eagles, Giants.
Eagles Giants is the Thursday night game.
Love that. The -3.5.
Yeah, -3.5.
3.5. Yeah, it was around 5.5, 6 when it opened.
And we're getting New England as 2.5-point favorites against the 49ers. Is that
That's an under. That's an under.
It's all about Mostert, but I mean, I guess
what is it? 47 on the total.
Stone cold under. Looking at it was 45.5 basically across the board.
Yeah. What about Tampa Bay -3 on the road in Vegas next Sunday night?
Cool. Yeah, Raiders.
That's a sharp spot for the Raiders.
Yes, it is. They're a sharp spot for the Raiders.
The Packers -3 at the Texans. NO saying that looks sharp.
Yeah, where is that? 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah. After last week. Yeah. No, that Texans defense is terrible.
Well, it's horrendous. He'll carve them a new backside.
Everybody and their mama betting that Green Bay game. Woo!
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, look at Atlanta 3-point favorites at home against Detroit. What are you thinking about that?
I think Jones.
I'm not betting against or for Atlanta anymore. I can't get that damn team right. They just suck, and then all of a sudden they don't suck, and they beat the Vikings on the road.
Julio Jones can't walk. Next thing you know, he catches 2 touchdowns, 150 yards.
I just can't believe that the Vikings are going to kill all of my preseason bets, all my parlays. Just kill me.
Kirk Cousins, he's crapping in the apple pie.
I know, but I should have. I mean, obviously, I did press the button early. I mean, I started doing in April, and then all of a sudden, I've lost all these weapons. I mean, oh, come on now.
Ugh. So, and then next Monday, what do we get? The Nick Foles revenge against the Rams? Oh, boy.
I'm not going against the Rams. I like the Rams.
I think the Rams bounce back in that spot. I do. I'm a big Chicago. I like Chicago. I like they're 5-1, so they're a decent football team. But
do you not think they're the worst 5-1 side we've seen in a long
yeah,
time?
they win too ugly. They win too ugly. If the Rams come out and if Sean McVay dials up some, they can beat that pressure. But it's all if Cooper Kupp can catch a pass, they'll win that game.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
They were just off by this much last night, weren't they?
Yeah.
That one deep ball down the seam where he had to flip his head around.
He went the wrong side of it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I like the Bears too. I think they're a good football team. But
I think we see the Rams go deep this year.
Yeah.
I really do. I think they're the value that I'm seeing at the moment.
The Rams and the Steelers, I thought, were the preseason value coming into the season, and they've sort of proven that point. Carolina too. We sort of talked about Carolina, but I mean, we were getting good value. I think the first show we all ever did together, we had never even met, right? We just talked about the schedule, and we all thought the Rams sort of stood out. And
especially, I always like them teams after a year after.
Yeah,
buy
low. Yeah, buy low. Yeah,
yeah, and then Pittsburgh. Our college football guy is going to owe me some stuff in Vegas when we get out there. He's going to have to bring his credit card and not tell his wife about it because he owes me some things.
That's a good game this week. Steelers Titans.
Yes, it is. I don't even know what to think about that. We got early Steelers road favorites right now. Early
Taylor Lewan going out is such a big. That hurts in that spot bad.
Yeah,
that
hurts real bad.
Steelers have won ugly as well, by the way.
Except for yesterday.
They look good.
They look good yesterday.
Yeah. I love
Luke says, Joe Flash, cards or the Cowgirls. I can't, you know me. If you know me, that's just like, it's cards all the way.
Cardinals, yeah. Andy Dalton, Primetime, and Mike McCarthy.
I can't go with the Cowboys ever.
Hey, there's Devin Singletary getting those receiving yards, by the way, so I think we just hit that prop.
All right, big 3rd and 6 here for the Bills.
We needed over 16 and a half yards receiving. I think we just got that. Let me check. Let me double check that. Cowboys defense is terrible, and now their offense is not, the same.
Yeah, they're missing, aren't they?
I mean,
you got bad Josh Allen tonight.
Bad Josh Allen, and this was the argument for the under at the beginning.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going with the Bills. I mean, whenever you go over, you need to be positive that the underdog is actually going to contribute on the points.
Right.
I mean, even if they backdoor us, what's he going to get? 24? So, I mean, all of a sudden you're hoping that the Chiefs go for 30. I don't see 20.
I don't think the Chiefs are even press the issue right now. I don't think they
not
need
yet. No, but they will do.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 100 yards rushing already. Very surprising against Buffalo.
He might range around that 150 range before this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Singletary, he's got 13 yards. We need 3.5 more receiving yards.
Yeah. Yeah, Leonard Porsche Jr., Georgia in Vegas. Nice to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. I hope most of your bets are winners. Yeah, we have obviously a little delay on YouTube. I mean, if you stay with Kyle, you'll probably get the result of last night's Rams game. But we bring it all to you here. We bring it all. Myself and Donnie, we've gone to Buffalo, and we've left Donnie we've left Kyle by the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yep, that's
anyway, what a beautiful picture last night. That sun was setting right in the middle of that bridge.
That was cool.
The Bay Bridge.
And I loved how Al Michaels talked about, 31 years to the day from the San Francisco earthquake during the A's-Giants World Series.
I loved, you could tell Al Michaels had the Rams last night. It was great.
Yeah.
He was so angry all night long. It was great.
Yeah, he was.
Did I see that they didn't have masks a couple of weeks ago? Were they outdoors? And then last night they had them papery masks.
Oh.
Why is the NFL giving them papery masks?
Because they're in San Francisco. So Al Michaels is actually pissed about it. Both of them were. It was during that Eagles game when they had to wear it the first time. And they're like, oh.
Did they wear it? I wasn't even paying attention. Were they wearing it last night too?
Oh, yeah, they were wearing it last night. They just had it under the nose. But Al Michaels, it makes him madder than hell that he has to wear that mask in that booth. And I don't blame him. It's like, look, whatever side you roll on and all that stuff. I would be pissed if, like, me and my coworker, we've been tested multiple times. We're by ourselves. What do I need to wear a mask for? Like, we're sharing shots and during commercial breaks, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Just we're on an ad break, just to let you know that I told you that the Masters was November 4th. Sorry, it's November 12th. It's the second week of November, but not long to go. And I'm going to have a little bit of Joaquin Neiman. Brilliant young player. If he can just sort his putting out, he's going to be absolute star. I finished tied 6th yesterday. It was 66 final round. I had him. Honest to God, he missed maybe 5 to 7 putts inside of 8 foot. And then listen, they played down there in Vegas, and the greens were like unbelievably fast, undulating. So a little bit light. Good test, a good warm up event for Augusta.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be playing the Masters in November as opposed to April? Is that going to change the conditions of the course that much?
Yeah, it's only going to change the fairways. But remember, they start so early, and you know what it's like, very dewy early on. The length, they will be, I think they'll plug. but they've got the air system in the greens,
Right.
so they can do what they like. They'll drive them out. The Augusta's defense has always been the speed and undulation of the greens.
Right.
Always.
Yeah, what sucks is you won't get the blooming that you see in April either. That's like just the viewing of Augusta.
Yeah.
It's not going to be there.
What were they? The azaleas?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they love to have it.
All
That
around
time, 'cause everything
Amen
is
corner.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
I'm
The
excited.
other thing is we don't understand about Augusta, and it's on my bucket list. But I've had friends that have gone there and they tell me and have played there that it's actually hills and down and side slopes. And I mean, have you ever played golf? Trying to hit a ball when the ball's like 2 foot above your feet.
Sucks. The worst.
Oh my God. It's like
it's the hardest.
horrendous.
Yep.
And we look at them and we think, oh yeah, it's just him. That's a normal life.
Oh man, playing Augusta.
Clyde Edwards run. What's he got now for Clyde?
Must be 125.
He's got 130.
My God, he's running up and down that defense.
So yeah, I'm looking. I will be putting a few value plays out on Twitter, as you all know. I've already got Patrick Reed, who's sleeping at the moment.
Captain America.
Yeah. But I love the fact that DeChambeau thinks that he's going to come back and beat up Augusta. I would love it if he didn't make the cut. I would love it.
Hey, what about Tiger Woods plus 2,300? Are you going to take a stab at that?
No, but I did have him at plus 1,500 2 years ago.
I mean,
was it 2 years ago?
He just won. He's the defending champion
last
this
year?
year. No, it was last year.
Exactly. Yeah, it was 2019. But because
it was almost
Technically, yeah, because he missed it. Yeah.
But you're right. No, I did actually bet him last year because I cannot ever have Tiger at Augusta and not be cheering him on. You know, but I mean, it was silly. I had like 50 each way.
That's where Tiger has the shot, man. There's no rough. That's where he can succeed.
2,300. I mean, I could throw a few shekels at that. I think. I mean, why not? Just because I grew up loving Tiger, and look, I understand when your ex-wife hits you with a golf club. I've been there.
Yep. And then takes your money.
Yeah, and then taking my money. I got to move out of my house, see my kids half the time. That's that. I know the Tiger Woods reality. I'm going to throw a few
31 here for the Chiefs around the 50.
Joe Mangan says Sanders' knee and Zach Ertz's ankle both out versus the Giants.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Yeah, they are.
And it looks like Lane Johnson's going to miss it too.
Yeah, but they might get Deshaun Jackson back. They say there are Deshaun Jackson and Jeffrey. I think could be back. Yeah. So
the Eagles defense will do well against the Giants, though. That's the match.
That's the thing. It's the Giants.
Wentz don't need anybody. Wentz against the world. He don't need anybody.
Yeah, I definitely think they're in a favourable spot. Do you say that they're now? It's a -3.5, and it's come down from -6.
Yeah. Yep.
And what's the total going to be? 53?
Nah, way lower than that, probably, right? 44.5.
44?
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh. Oh, I'm going over that. Blind.
They need 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Need 4 scoring drives.
Chiefs running that rock right now. I need that 14.5. Come on, man.
I was going down the golf rabbit hole. I was looking at the Masters.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of good value there. And you've always got to go with players that know it, like your Ustazen, like your Schwartzel. They're like the 125 to 1. I remember I used to do Angel Cabrera at 250 to 1.
The mechanic.
You must do them players that know it. The English boys or the Europeans.
Lee Westwood plus 8,000. I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go with Westley. Doesn't putt well enough under pressure. Tyrrell Hatton's just come off of winning the European PGA at Wentworth. I normally caddy in the Pro-Am for that. But I think once I've missed that last 6-7 years. Also, I mean, there's a lot. Paul Casey, although he gets a bit too mental.
Third down coming up.
Let me ask you about a guy that he's
Matt Wallace. Matt Wallace has got the game for Augusta.
Yeah, Matt Wallace. I don't disagree with that. What about a guy like Adam Scott? I can't stand this guy because I thought he was a cheater for all those years with that damn belly putter.
Past winner.
Adam Scott.
With the flag in all the time.
Always on the leaderboard at these big events, right? Plus 4,000, 40 to 1. I mean,
No, that's decent. That's decent for him each way. First, I think they'll probably go up to like first 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
All right, 3rd and 4. This is going to be a big one here. Let's see. Come on, homies. What you got? Ooh, Kelsey.
Man, you're getting Charles Schwartzel at plus 20,000. My goodness.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You throw
That's a stab, right?
$20 each way. How many is the play?
Yeah, plus 20,000. I mean, I'll throw $20 at that. I mean,
That's 2,000, 20,000. Yeah, you got to. And what is it each way? Like 8th, 5th of the odds, like first 8.
Yeah. So
you got to do it. You could go around there blind.
I mean, that's easy, right?
Yeah. What price have they got for Oosthuizen? Because he's playing really well and he's found some yardage as well.
Louis Oosthuizen is at
maybe 66s.
Yeah, I'm seeing him at plus 6,500 right now. So 60,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad play either. I went ahead and threw down a few bucks on Charles Schwartzel at plus 20 because I think you're right. And is it so? When it's later in the year, do you think it's going to play more like a links golf course, or do you think
not links? No, links is when you run. No, because you're not worrying about you're not worrying about. It's never going to be target golf, but it's going to negate a lot of the pinch players, the ones that just hit like Kevin Na, something like that. He's not going to be a factor because you need players. I mean. The way that this would be set up would have been ideal for someone like Davis Love.
23 yards.
Oh, yes.
Your long iron players like your Schwartzel, your
Zach Johnson, maybe?
Zach's unbelievable wedge player.
Yeah.
But has he got the length off the tee? But again, he's a good player. Yeah, Zach's good to have one of those. Yeah. Kuchar, but he's been a bit wayward with his putting, and he's made his whole career is on his putting.
Interesting. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the Carl Schwartzel bet. I'm going to be laying there on a Sunday.
Well, let's hope you make it to the Sunday, eh?
Yeah, just get past the cut, and then we'll move on past that. Yeah. That's the first thing.
I think I might speak to SBR. We should do a Masters show.
I would love to do that.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely in on that.
Oh. Wow. All right, so that's going to give Mahomes close to 30 yards now.
Yeah, it's got to be real close on that prop bet for his rushing yards.
Damn. That was odd.
Wow, I love the fact they didn't blow the whistle when he went backwards. They love that one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Give him a good spot, too. Come on, we need touchdowns, Mahomes. Damn you.
Yeah, Kelsey touchdown.
We need one more Mahomes passing touchdown.
We need more
Kelsey. That over 2.5, right?
I just want Kelsey because
he's got 27 now, so he's winning his prop bet. But if you're going to get that win, you better get another 8-yard run out of him.
Yep. I need one more passing touchdown for that prop bet as well. And
Big Red yelling at here. Big Red blowing timeouts. What are we yelling at?
So what's he going to be? Third? Is that third down?
Fourth and inches now.
Oh, okay.
Big Red is taking his helmet off or his little mask. Woo!
That's close.
No, he's short, isn't
he? Yeah, he's short.
But they'll go for it, surely.
Yeah, I mean,
Blair's done as he liked all game.
Well, see, this is where Andy Reid makes mistakes. Instead of whining and bitching and moaning, have your team get up to the line of scrimmage and just QB sneak it for half a yard with, one of the best athletes in the NFL. It's super easy.
But Edwards-Helaire has just done exactly what he needs.
He's been good.
Yeah, he's been really good. I just don't like risking the extra second and a half to let the defense, if you have Mahomes, you just QB sneaking for half a yard, right? I mean,
I guess they thought it was going to be a first down, and maybe they called it a first down because they called the timeout because I guess the play clock was running down. That's a hell of a play by Mahomes. Damn. Looked like he got close.
Yeah,
Looked like he was short.
10 inches short.
Yeah,
he's mad. What is Andy Reid so mad about as they keep showing it? I'm so confused.
There's maybe one judge
Whoop, bang. All right, here we go.
Although, if I remember correctly, last year, wasn't that how Mahomes got hurt last year? He had like that banged up calf, and then he did the QB sneak, and his kneecap popped out on Monday Night Football. Isn't that right?
Remember. Yep.
Yeah. So there's some things to
time-consuming drive, all on the ground. Boom.
Just smashing the unders. You took the under earlier. You're very happy right now.
I don't know, though. I don't think you are. I think you could easily see 3 touchdowns. I mean, what was the under at the beginning? 55?
56.
Oh, okay.
So
54.5 at game time. Yeah, it was high as 57.5 yesterday.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we're sitting at 23
There's my
right now.
homie.
There's just no way. That's going to be unlikely that you get. And then look at the poacher. That's funny. The poacher.
We got plus 10 now for the Buffalo Bills on a live line. How about that?
Ooh, wow, really?
I mean, if they score again, you might get the 14, and then it's perfect.
Yeah, now you get short circuit quarterback play out here from the Bills. It's coming. Yeah. Josh Allen's about to
he's been bad all day, so it's it's not like he's
playing,
regressing from anything. It's basically
and and this is where if you could do live in play props, nearly every time he gets to throw the ball, Stefan Diggs will be his target.
Yep, agreed. I agree. Maybe you see a little. Well, they've been trying to go to John Brown all night. It's like, give it a rest, okay? John Brown isn't in sync tonight. Give it a rest. They had this kid. What was it? Gabriel Davis. I like that guy. Bring Gabriel.
Oh, I tell you. Oh, I've just remembered. I saw Drake tonight for
Arizona. Yeah, Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, I think it was like 59 or something. 59 receiving yards under.
Oh no, it can't be that. That's the under. He's only got 5 targets the whole season. 6 targets.
I'm sure. Look at it again now. I just remembered. That's what I was thinking to myself. I had something for later on, and it jumped out at me. It looked like you were 900. You know.
Yeah, no, like for some reason, like last year, Kenyon Drake was targeted 5.6 yards per game once he joined the Cardinals. This year, he's been targeted 6 times through 5 weeks. Chase Edmonds has kind of been the pass receiving back for them. He's getting the carries, but he's not getting the ball. Doesn't mean he can't do it tonight, but then now you got Christian Kirk healthy, Hopkins is healthy, Fitzgerald, Isabella, Dan Arnold. How much are they going to throw to Kenyon Drake? I wish they would. Pissing me off, but I don't understand. But if you find 59.5 receiving yards, take the under and just put every dollar you have on that. Because
I don't think he's going over 60.
Hell no. No way. Absolutely no way.
It's slow now.
I said that yesterday. The Patriots Broncos. And
my reception's been good tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
My reception's good.
Yeah.
Just I'm pumping in some pages and it's just spinning. It's just like not picking it up. Maybe they don't want me on the under.
Nope. Don't want that live action. All right, touchback here. 1:18 to go in the third quarter. Live line now 9.5. I don't know why it would have changed.
That's what I'm looking at is 9.5 too.
Would they expect them to fumble?
The money line was kind of is it minus? God, I'm looking at minus.
Yeah, minus 1,000. I got minus 1,000.
9.99, and I got plus 450 on the bill.
Because 10 works with the 3s and 7s, though, doesn't it? So they're 9.5. If they get people to take that and they win by 10, instead of the push, they've picked up more money.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's fair.
By the way, we have been crushing it, haven't we? Every single Monday night, we have absolutely crushed it.
Not me and my Bills right now.
No, but as a team, it's a team game, Donnie. I mean, I didn't do too great. I had a couple of winners and about 2 or 3 losers one week, but you crushed it 3 out of 3 that night.
Yeah.
So listen, I never lose if you win.
That's true.
That's right. And the Bills are going to cover tonight. It's 20-10. It's too early.
No, they're not covering. I remember I've got the minus 8.5 at plus 140.
The Bills are covering. The Bills are going to cover that 5.5.
Well, I don't know because I've got the minus 8.5. I thought they'd win the game by 10. That's why I did the 8.5.
Yeah, like whatever happens, I'm rooting for you guys at this point because I hit my first half stuff, so I'm super excited. But I think
3rd and 1 for the Bills.
So we have conflicting needs here.
What's going on here?
I mean, if you took the Chiefs early on, you got to feel
Are the
good
Bills
about
serious? I don't even understand what's going on here.
It's weird. What a weird game.
What the hell is going on?
And you got to give a big boost to the Chiefs defense. They've played really well on the road against a good offense. They have.
Yeah, they got back to normal. Like they had a nice run of games, 2020, 2010, and then they got exploded against the Raiders. But yeah, they bounced back tonight. Looking good so far.
Yeah, they have. They absolutely have. There's Tyler Kroft finally getting involved. Dawson Knox out, takes some athleticism away from that tight end spot, but they don't really go there that much anyway. So,
is it Dodgers all the way now?
it's got to be, right?
I'm rooting for the Rays.
I'm rooting for so are the Dodgers going to start Kershaw twice and lose twice because Kershaw can't pitch in the postseason? Or
He's starting tomorrow, so we'll see.
I mean, so you're guaranteed to give up 5 runs.
2 losses.
So
it's the 1-2 is 7 games, yeah.
Dude.
What's that?
7 games.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what's also interesting.
4-2?
I don't know. Tampa Bay is just. I mean, they were really good this year.
Would you have expected them to get there, Donnie?
I didn't. I thought the Yankees would be able to knock them off just because they were healthy in the playoffs. But Tampa Bay's answered every call. The one thing that's a little bit interesting is Tampa Bay was playing in San Diego, and the Dodgers have been playing at Globe Life, and now the World Series is at Globe Life, which they're already used to. So that might be a little interesting.
Yeah, that's a massive bonus.
That San Diego Stadium, Petco Park, I've watched many a game from that stadium. I lived down there for about 17 years. It's one of my favorite stadiums. It's not a hitter's park. It's really not. So it'll be interesting. I mean, the Dodgers have the most talent, obviously, right? You need Snell and Morton to really show up, and
their bullpen's filthy. They timely hitting. Like if you could just go roster by roster, it should be a Dodgers blowout, but that ain't the way it happens. Yeah.
Yep. I completely agree. But then if they start Kershaw twice, that's 2 wins for the Rays. So.
Yep.
I mean, he's so embarrassing in the postseason, right? It's awful. Yeah. It's terrible. What 4.38
ERA? Yeah.
I mean,
one of the highest. Yeah.
And when you go past the 6th inning, if they try to get him, I think it's in the 7s, something like that. So it's real bad when it goes past the 6th inning. So they need to pitch him 4 innings and then rely on the bullpen, right? That's what I would do.
Start of the 4th quarter, 3rd and 1. Looks like the rain coming back.
I see Brooks is available at 20-1. He's coming back strong after injury.
Yeah. Wait,
who's going to go for this? They got to go for this.
Any major, if you can get Brooks Koepka at, you should throw something at it, right?
Yep, they're going. Here we go.
I'm really excited about the Masters.
Oh, wait a second, flag. Oh man, that's going to save the Bills, but not really.
Are we gonna send out the Undertaker tweet here, like Bills backers rising up?
Are they still gonna go for this?
Are you behind me now?
They can't go for this.
Are you? What was the flag?
What do you got? False start on the Bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, now it's 4th and 6. That's game. That was their only chance. They'll be down double digits or 17 by the time they get that back.
So I'm just looking at this here, and Robbie Gould makes the field goal. Nice job by Robbie Gould.
Points.
The Rams, they beat the Rams. A big win for my 49ers.
Saves by a false start. That is hilarious.
Need that.
Damn, I was hoping that got stopped.
888 Sport. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm just going to look now and see if there's any mad. Just looking around, yeah.
Josh Allen back to Josh Allen tonight. Let's see if they get right against the Jets next week, though.
Come on, Buffalo. I believe in Buffalo.
No.
I like Josh Allen.
He's one of my favorite goddamn commercials, man. So basically, you had that long-ass 3rd quarter commercial. They run one play. get a false start, and now you're back to another commercial. Oh, NFL is the worst televised sport in the world.
It is. That's why I love Red Zone. But then you're like, oh, damn, Josh Hansen, shut the hell up, dude.
Carl, when you was talking to me about the Masters betting, who's you using?
Let me pull it back up. I put some shekels on Carl Schwartzel at plus 20.
But I'm just looking because obviously I get all the European books, and I don't know if the other books.
I'm using my bookie.
Okay. Can you tell me what they've got, Joaquin Neiman, at please? Because I've got a differential here between 80 and 150 to 1.
Holy moly. Okay, hold on. Let me look for Joaquin Neiman. I'm looking at the list of players. I've got to click on all the players here.
Zach Johnson's at 200s as well.
Yeah, Zach Johnson's always one of these guys, right? That he's 22 plus 22,500 is what I got him here at my bookie. Zach Johnson. I don't see Joaquin Neiman on my list.
How about Joaquin Phoenix?
Phoenix. Well, ever since I watched Gladiator, I've hated that guy. He did the entire thing.
Keep looking.
I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep looking through the whole thing. I'm gonna search his name because I'm just wondering if they don't have every player on here.
Exactly.
Like, I got Tiger and Rory and all of them, but then we get down here. I mean, I got Cameron Smith. Why can't I get Joaquin Neiman?
Yeah, but Cameron Smith's right next to him.
Cameron Smith is plus 17,500.
175. Okay, so okay, and what is that? Each way what?
So if you were to put $100 on
each way to come in the top 6,
Oh, yeah. Come in the top 6. So I'm doing the quick math in my head. You're looking at.
I know what I'm looking at. I'm just asking if they do that. If you're allowed to do the each way.
Oh, no, they're not letting me do that right now. No.
That's why you're getting 175 because it's a win-only market.
Yeah. They'll
take as many bets as they like on a win-only because there's only going to be one winner.
Yep. Let me see if I can find any other market here, Masters.
Top 20 market would be good.
That's what I'm trying to. No, they're not offering me 8-minute. They're not offering me any of that. It's all just to win on the Masters right now.
And another flag.
Maybe as we get closer to the tournament. I mean, you think this would be close enough? Right?
Considering it was in April.
This is on my bookie too. Like, no, this is all I'm getting is just to win. I'm not getting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they even do each way markets.
That's a good question.
Because I've got Rafa Cabrera Bello, he is one of the best iron players. If he has a good, he's at plus 25,000 with 3 different books.
I got him at plus 20,000 right here.
Yeah, but the thing is here, you can 25,000, and you can have like $50 each way, and he comes in the top 6. That's 50 to 1 a place.
Yeah. I think that's a good play. I think it's a really good play.
Yeah, no, he loves it around there. The Spaniards love Augusta.
Let me go to Bet Online. I have an account over at Bet Online as well. Let me check that.
Oh, Flash Neiman is 100 to 1 with Boyle Sports. Yeah, don't worry about that, Sean. I know, mate. I'm all over it like a rash.
Let me see what I can find at Bet Online. I'm going to look that up because I'm interested in that golf.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
5 deep.
And I think it's International Week that weekend. So I've got no shows.
Perfect. Yeah, we should do a golf show. We should do a golf show and just.
We're not. But maybe because I've got no shows, I'll be able to clean up the schedule and I'll speak to the powers that be. And maybe we should do it on the Tuesday.
Ooh, late flag.
Oh, that'd be fun. We have the NFL show, 1:30 or 1 o'clock Pacific. So before or after that, I'm down with that.
I mean, I like a nice 8 o'clock. So what's that? 7 a.m. your time?
Perfect. I'm fine with that. I get up early. My son's got to be off.
Busting my balls.
I'll be
and the good thing is there'll be no MLB or NBA then.
Exactly.
So that will free up the schedule.
So I am looking here on bet. That's the Italian Open. That's not what I want. Get the hell out of here.
Italian Open.
Matt Wallace is the favorite in that Italian Open.
He came second last week. Adrian Ortegi. Oh, he's hit him. Is he hit him? Pushed? Yeah, he's whacked him afterwards, hasn't he?
Yep.
15 yards.
Yeah.
The last person you want to do that to is Patrick Mahomes.
Clyde. What's Clyde going to get? $160 tonight?
Man, he has. If that was one of the things I was going to say, I'd be surprised if the Chiefs didn't have to throw the football because the Bills would stop the run. They have not stopped the run tonight.
143 on the ground. Woo!
They absolutely dominated them on the ground tonight.
Just goes to show how well the Raiders did against them.
Yeah.
Raiders were hitting deep shots all over the place.
Yeah, they were.
And they might do that again this weekend, by the way.
I need a touchdown by the Chiefs and then a strip sack fumble.
Yeah, because we didn't even mention team totals, did we?
No. Oh, that's a flag too. Giddy. Yeah, there you go, Poyer. The Bills are self-destructing right now.
Okay, thanks for
what
that.
They do. It's what they do.
I don't know what.
Yeah, his helmet.
It looks like a Rex Ryan run defense right now.
Rex Ryan.
Like, what is the point of this?
Rex Ryan used to be on all the English NFL shows. We used to have Jason Bell, Rex Ryan, and the big boy from the Giants, Uli Menz. What was his name?
O.C. Umenyiora?
O.C. Menura.
Yeah. O.C. Good old O.C.
Yeah. They're really popular in England. Really popular. So I thought they're on every single week. So I'm wondering whether they've actually moved to the UK.
There goes Hilaire. He is going to get up. He's over $150 now.
God, is he going to get 200 yards rushing on this team?
He got 20 carries.
What the hell is the prop bet on that?
It was 74. That's what I said. It was really 71. It was really low tonight.
Yeah. Well, the Bills have been, like I said, top, in the top half of the league, it's pretty surprising.
All right, 2nd and 10 here. All right, so at least they're in field goal range now. I would love to see this touchdown. Come on.
So what are we rooting for you, Donnie? We're rooting for the over?
I'm trying to get because the Bills get a shot. I need the 14.5, so I need a touchdown, and I think I'm going to get a turnover on the Bills.
Oh, you need the second half.
Yeah, the Bills won't be punting anymore. Yeah, the Bills won't punt anymore.
Yeah.
So even if they get caught on like their own 30-yard line at 4th and 4, they ain't punting it. So
and then Andy Reid does not know how to run out the clock.
And there's
so
still a week to go in this game. 11 minutes.
There's a long, long time.
They just out-physical the Bills, man. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they did.
21 for 158. Wow.
That does surprise me, honest. It really does. Because Buffalo's been pretty proficient against the run.
There he goes again. Another 10-yard run. Woo! Woo! Chiefs.
It sort of shows you the difference in coaching, right? You got Andy Reid and Sean McDermott. With Sean McDermott, okay.
And also, he's keeping the petrol tank for Mahomes. As long as he's handing it off, Mahomes is going nowhere near any contact.
Right. Exactly. I just knocked over.
Who they got next week, Chiefs?
Who's this? It's actually a decent game.
Kansas City has Denver right now. 9.5 is what we're at right now. Denver's getting over. Denver didn't look good. The Patriots looked like trash. That's what happened.
That was terrible. I'm glad I didn't really watch much of that game outside of the highlights, but it looked
Cam Newton, no good, no?
Oh, it was embarrassing by the Patriots. Denver didn't look great. They made 6 field goals. They couldn't put the ball in the end zone. 6 field goals. Philip Lindsay did get over 100 yards, which is good for our DFS show.
Yeah.
And all of that. But really, Cam Newton looked rusty and just bad offense by the Patriots. And then you had me drinking mimosas and I got blasted on social media for that.
But Trey Burton was that deep shot.
Trey Burton did good for us. Derrick Henry. There's a lot of good things. I had a
field
great
goal for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs busters. They run some plays, man. Yeah, they run some dumb plays. Sometimes I don't understand about these plays.
Especially when you could just throw it.
Like they just hit do the normal running play, like up the middle, they get the first down, but they try some like whack ass like back pitch.
I mean, what is that? To Daryl bleeping Williams. Like,
come on, man. Dang.
Come on.
All right, so we got a field goal here by Butker. Let's see, about 9 minutes left.
So do we not think that 44 is a low total for the Eagles on
you don't really know what you're going to get, though, is the problem, though. Like,
if Jackson
just scoring like that, I keep saying, like, who's scoring? Now it even gets even worse.
If Jackson and Jeffrey are back, Wentz hasn't practiced with them in over a month in Alshon Jeffrey's case.
But they can catch it. He can throw it.
Yeah, they can catch it, but
just get off that real physical game versus the Ravens. You're hurt, and you got to play Thursday. What's the weather condition? Actually, the weather should be pretty nice. We're going through a Indian spring here coming up. So,
hey, how about this? By the way, Mecole Hardman not a single catch tonight.
Yeah, he's a high draft.
Oh, yeah, he's had a return, isn't he?
Yeah, just returns. That doesn't. I mean, not a single catch.
Normally, because they're not. They're run.
He's the number 2 wide receiver on the team. No catches.
Always goes long.
That's bad.
He can have 2 or 3.
I mean, even Kelsey, 4 for 45, 2 touchdowns. Pretty unexplosive game early on from these two teams. We might see a lot more points tonight in Arizona and Dallas, which is funny.
Yeah, you get a dome. You get 2 teams, bad defenses, good offense. You got a tempo team. The only thing with this game, too, is if the Bills, it's pretty apparent they weren't pushing it. So, I mean, the Chiefs are like, dude, we can run the football, and you ain't pushing it. Why are we stressing out here, So
that's exactly it. Petrol in the tank.
Yep.
I need the strip sack fumble is what I need here. I know it's coming.
It's coming. I'm still on the commercial break from last Tuesday night's game. So the Titans really wiping the floor with the Bills, huh?
Yeah.
30. I want 31 yards out of Kelsey. 31. No chance.
31 more yards. Yeah. Oh, so you needed over 70. What is he at? 45 right now?
Yeah,
so you need 75. Gotcha.
But I mean, obviously, we're in great shape with the halftime, full time, the -3, the -8.5.
There's so many good things that we hit tonight.
I'm going to enjoy tweeting it if it comes through, because I tweeted earlier when Donnie done his thing. I retweeted it with a quote saying, "Early +400 +185s. Come on."
Yep.
Bing, bing, bing.
I haven't gotten my ticket hasn't paid out yet for my little +900 for the first half. I'm waiting for that too. It's always good to tweet that out so they don't think we're. By the way, where's Ben, my biggest fan? I haven't seen him tonight. Thought he wanted to come blast me for.
Kelsey. Kelsey's not been about, has she? After the Falcons win, she's
happy. She's happy about that. Her damn Falcons cost me money every week. I swear to God. I can't get the Falcons right to save my life. But she's happy.
Back 9 minutes to go, and the rain looks like it's coming down a little bit harder. Come on, man. Drop that football, Josh. Drop it. Ain't nobody going to be mad at you.
That's right.
Nobody will be mad.
Yeah, the Bills are +12.5 now.
13, 12.5, yeah.
Oh, boy.
3s and 10s again.
Here we go, Buffalo.
Yeah, that rain is coming down in Buffalo. I like Josh Allen's competitiveness. Don't count him out just yet. He can get it done.
Do I take the 4-point middle? Because I've got the Chiefs -8.5. So if I take
I don't know, but Buffalo's not going to be kicking field goals, so they have to score a touchdown.
That's the
chat that shows.
Yeah, so there's no middle, is there?
Yeah, there is no. It's mathematically hard to get to that. I don't mind this Oh boy, you're relying on a touchdown.
Oh, it's a
Take
flag.
Plus 12.5.
Oh, that's charity week.
Breland. Yeah, Breland's out here holding like crazy.
He just came back last week, so he's a little bit rusty. They didn't throw at him much last week. They went to attack Charvarius Ward. John Brown. I'm so sick and tired of seeing John Brown on my damn screen, by the way. Good Lord. He hasn't caught a damn thing all night. He's dropped everything or been interfered with all night long. That's it. That's all he's done. He hasn't made any play. Get the hell out of here.
Doink.
I mean, if I had like $10 million to bet, I'd take the minus 333 on the Chiefs money line. You make like what? What do you make if you bet 10 million at minus
333? Who's got 333 right now? I got
exactly. You get 3.3 million.
Yeah. No, I'm on my bookie right now, looking at the live line. Minus 12.5 Kansas City money line, minus 3,333. So you win what, like 3 million or something? I don't know if they wouldn't even allow you to do that. By the way, I'm just joking. For those of you,
you'd have to spread it around 10 million bucks.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to spend so much time. But if I had that much money, it might be. I mean, the Chiefs are not losing this football.
I know, but if you had that much money, you could afford not to gamble.
Be interesting to see that.
What would be the fun in that?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the flag on?
I could have $20 trillion. I'm gambling every.
Oh, is he throwing at Diggs? Is he throwing at Diggs again yet?
How do you have a push in the back on the defense? I saw that yesterday too. So odd.
Yeah, illegal block in the back on the defense. What does that mean?
5 for 32.
Disappointing.
Block in the back.
But they have gone to him deep. He's actually gotten. If they took in those penalty yards for those passes that were, they call the penalty on him, he'd probably be over 100 yards.
Ward.
Charvarius Ward is not a good defensive back. He's a very bad corner this year.
They're mounting up a little bit of a drive here.
Yes, they are.
It don't mean jack though. They're getting a touchdown.
Yeah, even if they get the touchdown, the extra point, we said plus 5.5, right? So we need them to actually fucking.
I know, yeah, that'd be a killer.
We need them to
drilled in this too.
Yeah, we're just
for no reason. Can they do that?
Yeah. Is there any way I can send a text to Sean McDermott? Go for 2 for
no
reason, but some odd analytical analysis.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
Diggs again. See, look, I said earlier, if they're going to chase the game, they only go with Diggs. So why are the defensive coordinators not just going, let's close down Diggs, because that's all he's going to go to. He's now gone. He's gone 6 for 46 now. A minute ago, he was on like 22.
Ooh, Buffalo. Where the hell was this at early in the game?
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's bring us home.
Let's bring us
home.
Little Bees.
Cole Beasley.
Oh, I need some Cole Beasley tonight. He hadn't done shit all night long. There we go. Oh, I'm not that far behind now.
Bees.
Wait, did he get a touchdown? Did he get a touchdown too?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! I needed that in my DFS life.
Bees, Cowboys life.
Oh, they look at the defending there.
He got it too.
Go,
little man.
Oh my God! They was on the 12-yard line or something, and they're 5-yard passive defense.
Hey, all I gotta say is Bills backers, we're alive like the Undertaker.
Let's go, man. Yes.
All we need is one stop.
Now. All we need is to go for 2 right now.
We don't even need them to go for 2. They're gonna make it stop, and they're gonna come back and get the touchdown. They're gonna cover that money line too.
Tell you what, might get me 35 yards. He'll throw to Kelsey 3 times on this drive.
Exactly. They got to throw now. They got to throw. You wanted the Bills to make this interesting for the Chiefs, right? If you're looking for the passing game.
Oh, miss extra point. Oh, no.
Are you kidding me again?
Yeah, I am.
No, you are.
We'll be back in a second.
Those damn missed extra points are absolutely ridiculous.
I just sucked you in there.
Why is it Harrison Butker every time, too, that tries to mess with me? It worked out for me this time. Thank God. I tell you what.
Ray Kibble, flash, miss KBO. Yeah, but hey, it just filled in the gap, didn't it? It just slaps another layer to the sandwich. And it also teed you up, boys. I think the KBO and CPBL that we did, it really wet your whistle for the MLB this year. So it done the job. It done the job.
Korean baseball was tough for me. I was staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning my time, trying to sort out who was starting. Like, oh, good Lord. Thank God. Honest to God, thank God for Jason Radowitz on that. Like, Jason, like, I followed him, like, oh, thank God, because I would have no shot at figuring this out.
He used to be really conservative, like minus 250s and minus 200s, and I'd be like, why don't we just go with minus 1.5? And he was like, get in there.
Yeah, exactly. No,
go big or go home.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go big or go home. Take that value and go for it. You know, it's funny that they all been going to John Brown all night because I did one of those, you know, on my bookie, they do these plus 5,000s or greater props. So you can get John Brown at 120 yards and 2 touchdowns at plus, you know, 50,000 or something. So you put like $5 in, you win like, you know, $5,000. So I did it. They went to John Brown all damn night long. He could have gotten there.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't make a damn catch. That was as close as we've come, even though
and I will know, Donnie, when you get back, I want no pissing on the pot.
I'm going to be screaming on this pot.
Are you getting yourself a nice little drink since it's 7:30?
Yeah,
what are you doing? Are you pouring?
There's vodka Red Bull in Donnie's drink, by the way, just for you.
They're the Cowboys colours, Donnie. What are you doing?
That's look, man. The background. We're blue. We got blue here. Let's go, Cowboys.
Yeah, I've got to sort mine out because that needs to be straightened up a little bit.
I think it looks great. I don't think you should move that backdrop from what it is right now. It looks a little bit. They gave
Flash a little, and they gave. I mean, me and Kyle could have like a blimp right now at how big our goddamn things were.
Yeah, I can't even fit it on my stand. These things piss me off. I can never get it accurate.
I bought a stand. It's way too big. Like I had to collapse the stand. I just had the hooks that are hanging. It was way too big.
It's way too big.
Johnny Google says, "Hey, Matt, Flash, Man United or PSG?" Come on, man. It's PSG all the way.
Yeah, obviously. Come on.
All
took
right.
a bit off that. He's took a bit off it to force him to. I see. I'd let it just bounce. You're not going to get a bend. He's been awful, by the way, that kick returner. What happened to them? They used to be devastating kick return. The Chiefs
are out of football. Yep.
They still have Miko.
They used to have the human joystick for the Chiefs.
I'm telling you, right now, what can we get money line on these Bills? So look, if you want to get some value, I mean, can you do? So all they have to do is stop.
I don't think they can stop the Chiefs' running game, though. Man, they did.
I'm just saying
the running game.
It was just 1,600. Now it's down to 400.
Now it's down to 265. I'm looking at the Chiefs' money or the Bills' money line.
Bills, let's go.
Don't take the 5.5. Take the money line because if they cover the 5.5, it's because they win this game. We got 6 minutes left.
One decent, but the thing is now, one decent drive is going to take us right down to 2 minutes.
That's right. That's right.
So this might be the end of the scoring. What is the total? The total's at 46.5, I reckon. What is it?
I don't even have a total showing up. They have it down. Hold on, let me reload. Yeah, I don't have a total. I have the money line plus 254 on the Bills, minus 555 on the Chiefs. Who cares about the spread at this point? Actually, no. Let me take that back. The Bills plus 6.5. You can get it minus 238. So now you're hoping.
Flash, what is your number for Kelsey?
75. So what did he get there? 25? 20?
He's got 65 right now.
I want 10 more.
Oh, wait, he fumbled?
No.
I didn't see this.
Wait, did Travis Kelce just leave with an injury? He looks like he's limping off the field.
Oh, no.
I'm just messing with Flash at this point.
Oh, no, don't be messing with me. I've just seen a
You just did that to me like 20 minutes ago. You know, what's funny is Flash knows I'm 3 games
behind. He's down.
He's definitely
down. No fumble.
I'm 3 games behind, and Flash still believes me because he's so into it. That's what I love about that.
I wasn't even paying attention when this happened.
Yeah, exactly. They just had that first down completion. Why are they not running the clock?
Because Andy Reid is a terrible clock manager. The worst. Ask Donnie about this. You know, ask him, was he in a hurry when they're losing 24-21 to the Patriots? Donovan McNabb's throwing up. Was Andy Reid?
They were down 10, but that's like that's the only one I don't blame on Andy Reid because.
Oh, I tell you what, yeah.
I blame it all on him, but I still love him. I still love him anyways.
I can't even believe they called that a fumble. So now we got to take 5.
No, but they can say that if the rule on the field was a fumble, if the ball's moving, what do you get? Oh, no, listen, he's down. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's down. It's not even close.
He's down. Yeah, he's down.
With review. Come on, man. Who needs a review? They should see that in 2 seconds up top. Another one. The ref goes under. Look, no, there should be somebody in the booth like in college. Buzz is down. So let me take a look. All right, it's good. Get back on the field.
So what are we rooting for most, Donnie? The over 14.5 or the
yeah,
Bills
that's
to
it.
cover?
Both. Like I would like to. I would just want somebody to score. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna win. Yeah, exactly. Basically, if one team scores either way, I'm gonna pick.
Let's go.
That's why they're saying that the Kelsey would have been an incomplete pass because the bottom of the ball hit the ground. That's why they
I don't know though.
When you're allowed to have control of the ball, the ball's allowed to touch the ground if you.
No, I agree totally. But that's
back in the day.
I mean, that's a catch. That's a clear catch. And then he's clearly down. Like, I don't get it. Well, I'm still watching the booth review from the 49er game last night, so let's see what happens here.
I'm going to have some nice roast chicken tonight.
I'm going to go golfing for the next couple of hours. It's going to be like 5 o'clock here on the West Coast when this is over.
It gets dark here at 6 o'clock all year round.
Oh,
no twilight golf here.
Oh, damn it. I love that twilight time.
We got second and 14 here.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a big third down coming up, and I won't splash the pot. Maybe.
Oh, boy.
We've done that, haven't you?
If it's real big, maybe I'll splash it.
He's splashing it. He's splashing the hell out of this pot.
12, third and 12.
Yep.
But they'll pin them inside the 20, worst case scenario. And it's 6 at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, Chip, but Bill's got all 3 timeouts, too.
Yeah,
yes, they do. I'm telling you. God, what is this money line looking at?
250 now.
And is it still 6.5?
Alabama creeping bin.
Is it 5.5? Don't be splashing no pots, Donnie.
I
Just
won't.
look at your eyes. That's all I'm doing. Is watching. I'm not watching the telly. I'm watching your eyes, man.
I won't.
There's a little bit of devil in those angel eyes, isn't there?
Boom, 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 boom.
They seem to get loose, don't they? These Chiefs receivers.
Yeah, I don't need a field goal here either. I'm glad there's 3 timeouts by the Bills because that's going to be at least 2 first downs if they get it.
Yeah.
What a great play on 3rd and 12, though. Wasn't it, Flash?
Byron
They
Pringle.
stay alive, don't they? The Chiefs receivers, they stay alive.
Amazing.
Look, you know where he's come from.
No shock that it's Byron Pringle, by the way. He does this kind of shit.
Oh. Now, the Bills will probably start calling their timeouts now. You need a shot at the end zone. That's what you need, Flash. A little Kelsey here, play action pass.
Yeah, I need 10 yards. But
Yeah,
I'm not
put it
gonna get
away.
it. Down here, I'm this run central.
Didn't we get this on that Thursday night game against Houston? They kicked a field goal late to help us hit the over, like for no apparent reason whatsoever. They
I
kicked
need a
late
touchdown, though. That's what sucks. They needed the touchdown on the last one.
Oh, come on, boys.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I wouldn't put it past them because Edwards there, he could break free. They're going to run the ball. He could break free, and he'll
Exactly. That's what you're hoping. That's what
I see in the chat section, Byron Pringle's number 13. It's their number 5 wide receiver. He's right behind Robinson and Watkins and Hill and Hardman. And number 13, Byron Pringle. He was actually a big fantasy pickup last year.
Need the dagger touchdown.
So that's who
He's got
Byron Pringle is.
455 yards, 453. That's amazing.
Kyle's milking the fuck out of this TV delay joke.
Sorry. It's legit. It's not even a joke. I'm fucking behind, brother.
I've only got like 2
Another big third down coming up.
Word.
Timeout, Bills.
What is this? Oh, okay, lovely. Thank you very much.
Now here's the interesting part. Like if you're a Kansas City Chiefs backer, your worst case scenario is about to come up. 6-point game, field goal, 9-point game. You don't care if the Bills score. You let them, you know what I mean? They use 2 minutes up, punch it in with 30 seconds to go. Nobody cares. These are one of those where if you're the Chiefs, like you actually would like a missed field goal here by the Chiefs. As crazy as that sounds.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously, if you don't get a first down, but that's wild, man.
It's tough. NFL is efficient. The markets in the NFL are super efficient. It always comes down to these like, oh boy.
It's amazing how close they get every week, isn't it?
It's crazy. Like you need to get lucky, you know, besides, you know, once in a while you get those Pittsburgh Cleveland games yesterday, whatever. But other than that, it's like it's one penalty call, it's a holding call, a pass interference, you know, a spot on the ball. It's close. It's close every week. No doubt about it. Look I need a touchdown for over 2.5 touchdowns from Mahomes. I didn't even like what the hell? He had 2 touchdowns in the first damn, you know, quarter and a half. Nothing since.
Oh, you boys are lying. They're not stopping this run.
Oh boy, come on.
That's what you pay the big numbers, big money for your quarterback when he does shit like that. Wow.
Yep.
Damn it. I need him to bust one. Come on now. Get this touchdown, Pat.
Let's go, Patty.
Son of a bitch should have ran out of bounds. What's he doing?
Yeah, stop the clock. Don't you know we have bets on this game?
No, they have to bust a run here. Yeah, this is killing me. Because you have no timeouts left. You get the 2-minute warning. So
25, yeah.
Obviously, I don't think they're going to pass. I don't think they're not going to pass anymore because the field goal clinches the game for them. They don't give a damn about the spread. But
and Andy Reid doesn't care though. Andy Reid's a terrible clock manager. So you have your only hope is because it's Andy Reid. That's your only hope.
The field goal gets by -8.5 in.
Oh shit. Yep.
But the other thing is, and you know what Andy Reid's like, if they jump on the run and one of them gets free, he will just slip it over.
Yep. The hiccups.
Boom. Try to take his head off, huh?
Very good.
Bucker's missed an extra point.
He has.
Yeah, but they won't have that much time if they get it back. Some crazy shit would have to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, they are throwing. That's a screen, though.
Screen.
He went out of bounds. Good man.
There you go, Andrew. You can always count on Andy Reid.
Attaboy.
Kelsey?
What an idiot, man.
No.
What an idiot.
You can always count on Andy Reid teams to make mental mistakes with clock management. I promise.
Made the right play, and then this kid comes in and makes the absolute dumbest play you could make. Good lord.
If he runs into the
but you know what's good? You know what's good here? I won't splash the pot on this third down, but they should be passing the football here because the 2-minute warning's coming up, and they are shotgun. So here's your shot for Kelsey, 14 yards. That would be right, 14 yards.
10.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, that looks like a 20-yard touchdown, doesn't it?
But I'll see how they line up.
I'm behind you. You. I should set a precedent doing that because you could really mess with me in the future weeks. So.
If he hits Kelsey, no.
Bill's got a legit chance to cover this, though. Bill's got a legit chance to cover now.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
That's all we need. Come on.
But if they go for it, it's the end of the game. No.
What's that?
That's okay. I'm happy. Well, I'll say I'm happy. I don't want to do a Kyle because I've got the -8.5.
Oh, yeah.
You
need Butker to make this kick, and then you need the Bills not to score, then you're in good shape. So one way or another, one of us is going to be right on here. That's good.
I think the Bills are going to score now, though. I do.
Well, they win by 2. And I lose my mind as well.
Get the football back with like 150 on the clock.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs don't give it. Like, now, granted, this is where I like to do my little public service announcement. If somehow Josh Allen's like, I can't play, and guess who comes off the bench? Drew Brees. Like, we would just be partying right now.
Yeah.
Like, Brees would be like, bing, 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 bing. He'd score with 1 second to go and be like, you know what? That's perfect.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, if Josh Allen walked off, it'd be Matt Barkley, I believe, is the backup quarterback there. You do not want Matt Barkley on the field. That's a scary scenario. Yep. You might get another Chiefs touchdown because he'll throw a pick six because Matt Barkley is hot garbage as well. But, it's pretty damn funny. Oh, nice. What I'm excited about, I'll tell you what, Mandalorian in 2 weeks. You guys watch The Mandalorian?
No.
You watch The Mandalorian, Flat? I'm a big Star Wars guy. So my dad went to high school prom with Carrie Fisher. That's one of the big family things. There's pictures of it everywhere, in our house. He passed away years ago, but so Star Wars is always big in the family. I can't wait for The Mandalorian.
What is The Mandalorian? Because I love Star Wars.
So Mandalorian's on Disney Plus, and it takes place about 5 years after Return of the Jedi takes place.
Okay.
So it's a new show on Disney Plus. There's 2 seasons out now. The 3rd season comes out next week, or the 2nd season comes out next week. I can't wait for it. Disney Plus, a lot of fun.
The Mandalorian.
Borat on Friday.
Yeah, it'll come out the day before on Friday. So it comes out the day before Halloween, I believe, is the new season. And there's a lot of Star Wars nerd stuff. I mean, it's late in the show, so I guess we can talk about it. Ahsoka Tano is going to be there, who was, Darth Vader's Padawan learner when he was Anakin Skywalker. There's a lot of nerd shit that goes on with all that stuff that I'm all into. But
all right, 1:56 on the clock, 9-point game. Can we get a march down the field?
Oh, okay, that means I don't have to worry about his field goal missing then.
Yep. Field goal. I'm right where you are. I'm actually watching the kick right now. So
it's raining pretty good now too.
Yeah,
like it rain turned up.
Bills backers need the touchdown. The over is not happening, obviously, and kind of went how I thought it would go. Close game all the way throughout is what it was. How about Phillip Rivers? That's a good point. I'm glad they brought that up. Phillip Rivers, yesterday. Look at him against the
damn right. Love that team total. I knew they were going to. That Cincinnati Bengals defense is a gift from God for anybody.
Yeah, I'm telling you, their numbers aren't showing that, but
he sat back there all day, did whatever the hell he wanted to. That's the whole thing. Is like you play a really bad defense in a dome. When you're an old quarterback, that's like a perfect scenario.
Yeah, it was. It was a gift from God for sure.
156. Kent, this and that. See, he's not. Josh Allen isn't really a dink and dunk guy down the field.
No.
Win or lose.
I don't think he dinks and dunks. So I think he's going to take some shots, which is bad because he's going to try to score quick, and that's how you don't score.
Yeah, 4th and 10 looks very likely, right? Like, okay, we need this 4th and 10 because he threw two horrible incompletions.
I wouldn't rule out the pick six, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad call either.
All right, what do you got?
If you remember earlier on in the first quarter, they got a lot of pressure on him, but they didn't quite get to him.
Yeah,
maybe this is where they get to him.
Yep. I think that's a good call. So I'm still looking at the first quarter. Nice throw.
Yep. There you go. Tough halftime.
Just to piss off our guy at the chat there. I mean, it's the end of the show.
Come on, buddy.
I mean, good Lord.
That was a terrible play for a first down play. Did he catch it? Oh, and a flag.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Are we on our way to a cover here? Let's go.
Oh, no. What the hell's going on?
Is that going to be holding?
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm at the 1 minute and 35 second mark. So I'm a little bit behind.
So I take it, was it on Diggs?
I don't know who it was on. I don't know why it would be on Stephon Diggs. What did he even do? The flag came
No,
on
that's
the
what I mean.
opposite side of the field.
But second and
It's against the
7.
Bills. Oh, it's offsetting penalties.
Not good.
Oh, he didn't
Yeah,
get
so that
set
was
up
Stephon
before
Diggs.
the
What an idiot,
snap.
man,
That's-
what a freaking idiot. Way to
Get
walk
your
back
ass
to the line,
back
dude.
there. Come on, man.
Jesus.
That's a horrible penalty. You're supposed to be a leader on offense. Number 1 wide receiver. Let's go. Good Lord.
128 on the clock.
128.
It's ridiculous. These games take so long.
I know. I'm holding it in like no tomorrow. I mean, the seal's broken, but I can't break away now. I mean, you got to just hold it.
Refs holding the ball. Coaches coming out. Refs don't understand what's going on.
We're going to see like a 25-minute review of something
What are
stupid.
they asking for? It's going to be a 10-second runoff because he was a not set, but then there was a penalty.
No, it was incomplete pass, wasn't it?
No, it was a catch, but there's a flag on the defense which stops the clock. But I think they're asking about if he had a motion penalty under 2 minutes, no timeouts.
Good Lord.
Basically the equivalent of like a false start, I guess. I don't know.
Weird.
I can't hear what they're saying. Yeah, false start.
They're still, yeah. This is ridiculous. This is what fans do not want. It's a impossible
You
comeback.
don't if you're in Buffalo because it's giving the breather to the Chiefs.
Right. Exactly.
Now what's he saying?
Yeah, I think it's a 10-second runoff maybe too, isn't it?
Just run the 10 seconds off. Some of us need to use the bathroom, buddy. Okay. Let's get the Bills in the end zone.
It's just a running clock, so I guess they didn't. What was it? Oh, it just took it back 5 yards. That's interesting.
Called it illegal shift.
Yeah, there's Josh Allen. That does it. Shit. He knew that was coming. He's not the dink and dunk type.
Nope. It's not what he does. Super talented.
There you go.
That'll do it for the show.
That will do it. Yep. And now they just kneel it out.
All right,
No time
boys,
left.
another Monday Night Football in the book.
Hey, thank you,
8
gentlemen.
o'clock. Instead of coming on the air, I'm going to eat and go to bed. This is fantastic stuff.
We
We'll be
love
back
that. We love
next
that.
Monday Night Football, which is the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Thank you, Flash.
Okay.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you,
I'm
bro.
Donnie, and we'll be back tomorrow for the NFL show. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in for another episode of the Monday Night Live Betting Show right here on SportsbookReview.com.